television. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vanjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kebab, congratulate my brother, to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO standing with the spoon. And your boy, right at the sound of it. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vanjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kebab, congratulate my brother, to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. Kilibaba, kilibaba, kilibaba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
A special one from the CEO standing with the spoon. And your boy, right at the sound of it. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you ain't know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vanjama, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat get my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? This what you got today.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
This what you got today.
Spoon TV. Spoon Spoon Entertainment.
Go to them.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEOs band with the spoon. And your boy, right at the South Bend. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you ain't know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vanjama, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat get my brother, to spoon.
Rufus.
You TV, you got a spoon radio, to to spoon.
Yes, indeed, another way to welcome you to the program Sport Talk. The writer once said, and I quote, "It's smile. It's a free way to brighten someone's day." Well, smile. It brightens someone's day. It brings people closer to you. And as we talk the talk and walk the walk, this is another way to welcome you to your program, our program, the people's program, Spoon Talk, where you get authentic information you can use as tools and not to abuse. Dr. Richardson is on the other end. James Goodeflomo as well. The CEO and the rest of the team be joining shortly. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon, your sound coordinator for tonight's presentation. Call a friend to tell a friend that indeed your favorite program is on the air. You need no stress. Get informed. Because information is as important as food and water. So when you are informed, it gives you a clear picture to make a sound decision. Good evening, Dr. Richardson. Good evening, James. How you doing?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Hi. Good. How you doing?
Wonderful.
I get complain.
That's good. Good. When you complain, nobody listen to James.
Who will complain though?
Too. That's a fact. It's another day. We are here at Spoon to provide Liberians with information. We're going to have a spirited conversation as usual. So perhaps you guys can update me. What is going on in Liberia?
Rufus, you're in Liberia.
Haha.
James, you know I'm not always informed when it comes to the political activities in the country.
How you be journalist? You're not informed about political
I don't love to
activities.
dwell in the political
No,
side
bro.
of Liberia, James. Come on.
That's the wrong part. It's always
No,
the wrong thing you say.
It's not.
You
This
can't
is
be a
not.
journalist.
Rufus, stop. Don't do that.
Hey, you
Stop
can't be a
playing that.
journalist.
Stop playing. Rufus,
Seriously?
hold on a moment.
Stop.
Rufus, hold on a moment. Stop playing that quick politics. Stop. You are in Liberia that is infested with politicians. You are in Liberia that everywhere you go, you must have some news of politics. You read the news, you read the headlines, you read newspaper. You want to come and give us sweet talk, but you know I am not. Stop that tabata, man. Come on. That's election season. Go find the news. Don't sit there and say, but you know.
CEO, I just don't love to melt in Liberian
I
politics.
wasn't listening though. Okay, you know what? You'll be doing the Sunday show. God can bless anybody and
No.
No. No, let's get this straight now. You'll be doing the Sunday show. God can bless anybody and Prince Johnson Church sermon. That's what you'll be doing every Sunday now. But you know, I am not part of the political activities here in Liberia because you know I'm not.
So see, you're catching me on a break.
No, man, come on, bro.
That was wonderful. The folks of MPP had.
Oh, you boss again? I thought you're not part of political.
You're not part of
you boss again.
Yeah, Gary said maybe you consider yourself to just be radio journal DJ.
James,
No, come on, and James.
no,
what people miss out on.
Rufa, hold on, James. The man cheated too straight. He said, but MPP. That MPP, but you're right, Gary.
No. People, CEO, let Gary get to understand. Not every journalist is a political journalist.
But
we understand. We know that, Rufus. Rufus, we know that not every journalist is a political journalist, right? So you guys are not political. Listen, we're in political season. From now to January next year, all you guys are not political journalists. We'll see you on Channel 3. Yo, sing y'all, come by, yeah, my Lord, come by, yeah. Oh, Lord, come by, yeah. Yo, sing that song. The people that are political journalists will bring them for 1 year. They will find the news. They will make the politics sweet and we'll move on. You're right. I'm not going to hold you. You are not political journalists. But you know what? You are DJ John the List. So we'll treat you as such.
I am a professional journalist.
I agree. Because that's why you are hired. I agree.
I'm schooled.
Forget what I want. I'm schooled that I school with E.
He shouldn't limit me to DJ. I'm not a DJ either.
My man, forget that one. That one I want to talk. I'm school in Ghana. I'm school in Europe. We agree. But when you at the Spoon Talk, You are part of everything. All right? Go to the marketplace, ask the people if people buying the fire. That's politics.
No, see, it's not politics.
Oh man, hold on, man. I'm begging you. We can spin that into
humanity.
Politics. No, we can spin that into politics. It's the bread and butter issue of the day. Don't say it's about humanity. If they buy the man food and the man buy that thing for 1 week, it's sitting on there. Will that man say the government a good government? Come on, man. You know, Rufus, I'm not a political journalist. I beg, but why you passing by the top of MPP? Why make you speak to MPP?
such a time, such a condition.
Though. Oh, okay. Woo, man, I let it in. This is just a refreshing time in our country. The news going to be sweet every day. Who call him my open name again? Paul Jasper. We need to talk. We need to talk what, Paul? The mayor spoiled we need to talk. The other man said Rufus will be a Santos Simose.
That's his opinion.
To do what now? To do what? You okay? What you saying to Medicine Simose?
Now, one thing I hate funeral activities. In journalism, I hate to attend funeral activities.
Rufus, man, look, Rufus. One thing I will appreciate you on your Sunday program, unique, and I hope we will enhance our God can bless anybody. Let me ask you though, the people cook the food now, or when they're cooking there?
They're bringing the food on Sunday, like you requested.
So Sunday,
the cash has been given.
How many soup? No, you shouldn't have the one in the cash though. You should have taken them to the market.
The initial cash for the preparation has been given.
Okay.
I thought you did video.
But you will be doing the recording, right?
We'll do the recording, yeah.
When they're cooking?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many soup?
3.
No, it should have been 4 though. 3?
No, 3. There are 3 presents. You got the cassava leaf, you got the potato greens.
And pan butter.
Yeah.
Okay, cassava. So folks, we're doing something on Sunday. We want to see who cooked the best African Liberian dish. Pan butter, cassava leaf, and potatoes green. We have 3 contestants. We have provided all the funds they need, they requested for, the needed funds. We have provided it, right? We have given them what, $100 each?
Yeah.
To cook, one person receive $100. That person will be cooking potatoes green. The potatoes green would be, they will cook for maybe 5 to 10 individuals, $100. Another person receive $100. They will be cooking again. And please, Dr. Richardson is in Liberia. Please make sure she's in the studio on Sunday for her to taste this different, delicious meal. We have to find a winner, the best cook on God Can Bless Anybody Sunday. We want to invite you to help us make that decision. If you are the best cook, we'll be giving you a prize. We'll take the first and the second. The third person got to go back to school. So understand this. I know we're going to go into politics, but understand this. On Sunday, we make available 300 United States dollars, $100 to each person. The first person going to cook pan butter, the Liberia way, the Liberia style pan butter. Kev, why are you shaking your head? You don't like pan butter?
No, listen. You cannot be doing this. You saying Dr. Richardson should taste it and grade them? Doing this, man. You know, sometimes.
No, Dr. Richardson will be one of the judges. Please. Oh man, Abraham, listen to you. Leave a wife and Lumo.
Who said I got time for Kev?
The last day I went to your lesson.
No, I went there to eat, but it was clear water soup, and I didn't drink it.
Oh, man.
Really?
Did you do it? You would do it.
Kev, I will not put that with you today. Me and you are not
guys, can't leave Dr. Richardson alone. But folks, We asking you to please join us. We beg you. We asking you to please join us on Sunday. The best cassava leaf, and the lady said she will spin it, cook it with Grampy, put some peanut butter in it. Okay, I think that lady from Cape Mount, I think she's that bad woman. The best potato screen, and this person said it will cook it with the red oil and the. It said did she say red oil and Ago oil, Rufus?
Yeah, she said she would do the both.
Okay, so again, let me say to you, join us on Sunday. We'll be on the set. Kev Hassan, Dr. Richardson will be in Liberia. The manager, Mr. T. Connor, will be tasting the food. We're trying to put out there the best. Basayama. Basayama will be in the house. Palm butter. They will cook this thing from scratch. And no double not this time around. And you know, we'll be talking about double the
what kind of soup they can eat in Bomi?
Huh?
What kind of soup they can eat in Bomi, Kev?
Dr. Richardson sent me text message.
I beg you.
Can't be right. Dr. Richardson should not taste in the food.
I beg you.
Dr. Richardson sent me text message. She said, I ain't tasting no food.
You see, I always there for myself. You see, I always.
But Dr. Richardson, why you want to taste the food? You represent this spoon.
Can we start a show?
We will, but let's have some fun first. I beg you.
Yeah, I'm sure the soup will be very nice and good.
But you will be there, though. I mean,
I'll be there.
No first will be there.
I'll be there.
Yeah, Mr. T. Connor will be there. Listen, we'll look for another 3 on Sunday because we want to do this thing with all the African James, you know, when you guys go to Labat Bido, we want the beans dabagi, we want the kettle dabagi, okay? And we'll be looking for palava sauce. That will be the next 3 cook that will be coming on. Beans dabagi, kettle dabagi, and palava sauce. Now, just tell us how much you need to prepare a good beans dabagi. You just need to tell us how much you need to prepare a good kettle dabagi. Now, beans dabagi is different from kettle dabagi. Make no mistake about it.
They also get pepper dabagi too.
Yeah, so Kev, look at your phone, man. Make that phone call. Make it happen, Kev. So guys, we got Pastor Roman calling me. I answered him. Said, so you get the money already, right, Rufus?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I know that. But reach out. You just meet yourself and reach out. I'm trying to make it happen. I don't know, but reach out now. So we're gonna go ahead, James. Say something. Let me do this.
All right. Oh, honorable Tato, come welcome, Chief.
Why the hell am I there, honorable for?
I'll tell you.
Dr. Richardson.
Hey,
yes.
James.
Yes.
Dr. Richardson, how are you?
Yeah. Okay. Tomali, how you?
Hey, you're shining like bro. You're shining like bro.
Yeah, great. Great, me, huh?
I saw you taking picture of all the media icon, T Max and TT Kane and my boy Rodney.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But these are all veterans. Oh, TT used to be with LBS. She was one of my favorite newscasters back in the days. Yes, TT Kane.
Yeah.
And T Max is in the business for long. And Rodney Park, he's the Hollywood celebrity.
Yes, absolutely. It was such an honor being in their presence and just kind of sucking in the energy and information. They know a lot. They're really professional people.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Rufus Devon Cannon.
Yes, sir.
First day too.
They how they call it? What your program name? They Sunday Matrine.
The gospel caravan.
Gospel caravan. I can enjoy it. That's good though.
Yeah, that's what we're sending him. We're sending him to do gospel. He's not a politician.
What? I'm privileged to go there.
Saying a gospel caravan. They might get a little from Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson met him and gave him $100. You know, Dr. Richardson, we appreciate you for being so generous. This guy works so hard.
More blast, man.
Yeah. No, she gave me $100 for here. The guy there at the station. No. But Rufus closed the man up. I think you see that. Rufus closed the man up. I want a man to yay.
See you this bottle on my integrity though. Others are not taking it lightly. It has to do with my integrity. If someone can sit here and say a well-schooled person who went to college and got a Bachelor of Arts degree in communication, say the person is a DJ, I don't know.
But Rufus, people go to school specifically to be a DJ.
Yeah,
I'm not a DJ.
Yeah, so
he was not wrong.
Instead, because I'm not melting into politics, that means I'm not a journalist. Who told you that?
Let me do my talk. When you go in the bar, you can talk about that DJ thing. Let's come back and see the later you got from, you've been doing extremely well. So if Dr. Richardson appreciates you, anybody can get vet. Say COC. Okay? Get your $100 and use it wisely. So don't worry about it.
That's not what happened. It was nice seeing you today. Very nice seeing you.
Dr. Richardson in African, that's an African attire, right? That's but they say y'all went to a program and all of y'all have mineral water, Fiji mineral water in front of y'all. And all the people that were sitting there never had nothing to drink. It was so hot.
That's sleeping in front of the children.
Kev told me, said y'all have Fiji mineral water in front of y'all like this.
Yeah, keep following us.
All the school children were looking for something to drink. The other people went to the well. Is that true?
That is not true.
Rufus, is that true? I think you're calling Dr. Richardson, right?
So, viewers, please note that your
children, if you vote for us, you'll be
That chef, not me.
Imagine Fuji water, that's more water to drink. So our next year, you might please send you some Fuji water for your birthday.
Fiji water?
Yes.
This is 99 cents, Dr. Richardson. You know that. This is 99 cents.
Is it? Well, I will check it out.
You've been away for too long.
Oh, yeah, expensive. Because I ordered one of that stuff, but I would never do it.
Thank you. Look at the bottle, sir.
What is that?
Bottle there.
Very expensive. It's not.
Thank you.
Too money. Don't go there, please.
Not for every day.
No. Too money. Don't do that.
You want to the office? Expensive? To the office. How do you call that one?
Let me come Google Fuji water.
Which one? Which office?
Green bottle.
Which one of which office?
Yeah, to the office, but they want us in the green bottle.
Oh, Jaji.
Is it old?
So you own Rufus side. No problem. But what did I do to
Fiji water? Is in the whole case $50. I just Google it.
How much?
$50 for the whole case.
Okay.
Fiji water. How many in the case?
99 cents. I beg you.
It's 99 cents. Go to St. Club.
I St. Club.
Oh, but you say St. Club now. How about Wawa?
Yeah. The Wawa 109 for this at Wawa. 109.
So Dr. Richardson, you're drinking $50 water in Liberia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can somebody give us that picture? Tomorrow, I think you told me, right? Or that Ben. Can you give us a picture when Dr. Richardson went to the school and they have Fiji water in front of them? James, can you find it?
Yeah, I got it.
We have Fiji water.
Thank you. Please
upload it. Credibility.
Wow.
Those party, I know Fiji
water. They're drinking the water, you leave the children there.
Oh yeah, the children are looking for well water to drink.
Kev, you know, you've been out of Liberia for so long. You've been out of Liberia for so long that you don't even understand the culture of when you go to somebody's house, they offer you water or something to drink. You don't even know that. You can't even relate to that. No. Wait, let me finish. You think I'll be passing around with your water in my hand, going to school, and drinking in front of students? You don't even understand.
That's something that I would agree with you.
Understand that it was offered. I don't even know why I said something.
You said something I would agree with you. I've been out of Liberia long. Stepson took me there, you know, last year. But you've been going there now.
6 times now. 6 times since last year. 6 times. Yeah, 6 times since last year.
So my thing is, how you guys will say the country was safe, but you're going there all the time. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
You can only be asking that question.
You're sitting right there. Right now. You see, look how you glowing in that country. My goodness. Wow. Great country. But you're right.
Well, Dr. Richardson, you know, I hate to agree with Kev. Yeah. But Kev is right though, Dr. Richardson.
No, he's not right.
You have transformed. Yeah. And I think I should say this openly. And I think that Liberia is good for you. You look stress-free. And I think Liberia is better for you, Dr. Richardson.
Younger? 10 years off your age?
Dr. Richardson, I don't know what the opposition will say or imposition, but they should embrace the fact that you are now making a decision to go to Liberia before election to live there permanently. And that's a good thing because Abraham have agreed. Liberia is so good to Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson up 1 a.m., 12 midnight, and imagine, no fear. I want to say thanks a lot to to people that surrounding Dr. Richardson. She's pretty relaxed in Liberia. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So let me answer.
No. Let me bring back Kev. I interrupted Kev.
No. You interrupted me. Let me answer. Let me talk about this.
Let me bring back. You be the last because we're talking about you. So you be the last.
Please. I appreciate.
Let the people of Liberia.
Let me answer your question now.
Let the people of Liberia look at Dr. Richardson and say that the country that is unsafe. That is unsafe. Look at Dr. Richardson. Let
me tell you something. This is the mistake that you and people who you support make.
Matter of fact, they always right.
The issue of safety has nothing to do with
that reason. Yes. That reason. I say when talk about safety, when people die mysteriously, what are the investigations be conclusive? Yeah.
Wait. Kev, let me answer that.
I'm looking at somebody. You have a different idea.
My dear friend and brother that we live in Rhode Island together, Ibati Yinswa. My friend, my brother, he died today. His family still bleeding. Where is the outcome of the investigation concerning that man's death?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
All they put that down mysteriously. Why the outcome of investigation today? What the outcome?
But you know something? Can I just add to what you said, Tommy? They probably were sitting down looking just like me. And people that care for us, assuming everything was fine, the country was safe and everything. That's not how you measure safety, Kev. You know, safety is when you're sitting in your car and having fear that you'll jump down in the hole because your road not fixed. Safety is like when you hear any noise in my ear and I'm like, I don't feel any other place.
So can I say something to this, guys? I think it's a good discussion. What's in Tuman and Josh? We all live here in these United States. We all. I am not justifying the reason why a conclusive investigative report has not been put out yet. But you, Tuman and Josh, tell the Liberian people that here in America, they do have unsolved mysteries.
Oh yeah, I agree with
they do have FBI. Hold on now. They do have FBI files. cases from decades that have not yet been resolved. I know the government of Liberia should be ahead and on top of the game, but we all on this set, we live in America. We should never, ever just be out there saying, because 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, these things happen. That's why you call it an ongoing investigation. But if the government can come out and say, these are our findings, then you question their findings. I know I have spoken to the friends and some family members of those that have died, and this network will continue to speak in that direction. But have the government come up with the founder investigative reports into money? Have you seen anything? Or have they said that these are ongoing investigation?
Oh, yeah, inconclusive. I'll go back to even during LA administration, Harry Greaves. We cannot up to today.
But I beg you now, don't be going by. You call a couple of names. Let's stick with that.
I won't be like
but Timothy George. This is what we do with the conversation. I mess it up. You call a couple of names. Don't add to those names yet.
What is the status of the investigation today?
I'm asking you. Have you asked your friend Musa Ding about the status of the investigation?
He sent me some report there that is inconclusive.
What was the report that he sent you?
I mean, I think we read it on this thing. We'll discuss it on the.
Can you find it? Let's bring it up again. Say you asking the question.
Today now, we're not for
exactly. But one thing I want to say though, yes, ma'am. But it's not about you because somebody have switched this conversation now.
No, because I want
since the conversation originated from me.
I mean, where to compare America there? High-profile cases in America, they always come to some conclusion. Most of the majority of the time, like let me just say something.
But you're not saying all the high-profile cases, though. You said some.
Most of the high-profile cases.
Exactly.
Like before I came on the set, I was watching the TV, right? I was in my car where I listened to CNN in my car, and then they said the Attorney General today appointed a special counsel to investigate the President of America. I said, "Oh my God!" I pray for that to happen, like bro, where the Justice Minister will appoint a special counsel to investigate the President of Liberia on certain charges. That one he tried to fire him.
So let's go back to the CNN report. Let's go back to the CNN report you just make mention of.
Yeah,
you are saying the AG appointed a special counsel to investigate Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yeah, for handling of classified documents that were found.
For handling of classified document.
Yeah,
beautiful. That's why
I said, "Oh God, I pray for my country to reach that point one of these days where even our constitution provides that the Attorney General is the only cabinet minister appointed by the president who can disagree with him on certain issues of."
Let me ask you, Tony. Let me ask you, why did you fire Jeff Sessions?
Jeff Sessions?
Yeah, why he was fired?
Give me a chance to talk today, okay?
Trump fire him.
Yeah, why he was fired?
He said why?
Why Trump fire him? Mm-hmm. Because he appointed us. He distanced himself from the case involving the issue with the Russia son. He distanced himself from it. He said he recused himself from the case.
Yes.
So what question?
Why Trump say? Why Trump fire him? Why Trump say he fired?
Trump wanted the man to. He wanted the man
to clear him, right?
To protect him. Yeah.
Yeah, to protect him, right?
Yeah.
And who Trump was?
U.S. president. U.S. president.
Okay. And then why he fired the lady?
Who lady now?
The other and before he put Jeff Sessions, the lady that was there first.
Which lady?
The lady that was there first, that Trump. What I'm trying to say to you, you stated that this Joe Biden thing, America is so perfect, they can do what you want your country.
I say perfect. I say I know you are perfect.
But in this country here, we'll say Trump fined Jeff Sessions because he needed protection, right?
Mm.
So it go by government to government. Other things that we have seen everything in this country. So where you get it wrong is to say, I want my country to be like America. Then go down in the history of America.
A common example, when a national chairman of the ruling party accused the president of Liberia, you think Musa Din would have launched an investigation? He said some things that were very, very serious.
So he should investigation on gossip. Okay, CEO, tell me stole something today.
Yeah.
No, CEO, tell me
yes,
stole
before
something.
you interrupted me, and before
Dr. Richardson will come to you. I beg you. Get to get
no, I've interrupted 3 or 4 times already.
Was serious country. What the national chairman of the ruling party said.
Let Kev speak now. Let Kev speak, please.
CEO, Tommy George stole something today. He stole some classified information from Spoon. Act on it. Will you act on it? If I come to you, will you act on it? Tommy George, he stole classified information from Spoon.
From our chat room.
From our chat room, he stole it. Will you act on it? Will you act on it?
I will ask question.
Yeah, but will you act on it?
No, said I ask question. I need to ask question first.
No, without evidence, I just come and gossip.
No, I won't. No, I won't believe you.
Let's say I go on another station. I'm sitting out there. I said that Tommy George, he stole from Spoon and this. Will you act on it?
No, I gotta investigate. I can't investigate.
I never went to you.
Our sister. Let's just hold it there. Our sister is laying back because she want to be part of the conversation, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, Sister Richardson.
No, I think it's important for us to know that there are multiple levels of safety. There are some people who just see safety is because I'm sitting here and talking and being alive. But safety is a feeling that you have. Okay, if you are driving down the road and you see big potholes and you don't have that experience of those kind of holes in your infrastructure, you feel unsafe. If you are on the street and you feel like car driving towards you in traffic and there's no law and order, because when you are used to a system where ongoing traffic cars don't come towards you, you feel unsafe. Look, don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Do not, because you don't know what safety is.
Don't interrupt.
Go out of your house. Kev, I'm speaking. You guys are speaking.
But can I say, let a woman speak? I beg you, let our sister speak. Okay. Go ahead, madam. Madam, please.
If you don't feel safe enough to go out of your house after a certain time, you are not safe. Okay? If you can't quite verbalize yourself, express your feeling the way that you want to express your feeling, because you fear that if you do that, something will happen to you, you are not safe. So that's what safety is. Safety has multiple levels. It's not just somebody's appearance. And I want to tell you about what Tomlin said. When you have inconclusive report, that's a lacking in our security apparatus. That means that people are not qualified or they don't have the resources to investigate anything. So that's why reports are conclusive. So please do not come, you and the likes of you, because there are many of you on social media and wherever that are going around saying, oh, Dr. Richardson looking good, she's laughing and stuff. So that means that she's safe. That's not true, far from truth. Because the only reason why you propose that argument is that you don't know the dimension or level of safety. You never had the opportunity to talk to me about my safety. That's why you would say that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Thank you very much.
Every year.
Again, I would say this, Kev.
I will not go to a place that I will not see.
But Kev, start interrupting us,
every year, 2-3 times.
Dr. Richardson, since last year, how many times have you been to Liberia? How many times have you visited?
How does that help us answer or learn anything? If I tell you 10 or 5 times I went to Liberia,
so we agree it's 6. Say we agree it's 6 times. Are you safe?
Yes, 6, 10, 400 times,
Are you safe, Dr. Richardson? Are you scared being in Liberia?
I would prefer not to make me the topic of such issue.
No, we're having a friendly conversation now. We're having a friendly conversation. Are you scared?
But we're having a candid conversation with majority of Liberians. If you don't know that,
I understand, but that's
why
why
you guys
this
are
is
trying to put
fucked
my
up.
safety in. I said you're trying to put me in danger. Maybe
But
is that a goal, Kev? Kev, is that your goal to put me in danger?
Who will want to
my
put you in
My
danger?
goal is to enjoy the way you enjoy Liberia. I wish I had that chance to go every year like you. That's my goal. You enjoying.
Kev,
in Liberia.
when I made a commitment.
That's
because Kev, you have to stay home.
You get enjoying yourself. Your Facebook page. But people, you go on that Dr. Francine Facebook page and you look there to see if they were more scared.
But here's the issue, Kev. Dr. Francine wake up in the morning and go swallow GB. She and her friends.
Yes.
Beautiful. Good food. Dr. Francine said it's organic. It's healthy. Beautiful. She go to the school. She go visit Vera campuses. Kev, hold on now. Kev, hold on. She go visit Vera campuses. She interact with students. You know, she's a teacher.
Let me just tell you something.
But let me finish now, Mama. Can I finish, please? I'm begging you, sister. So at the end of the day, Dr. Francine, we are happy for you. You are one of our own. We'll do everything to protect you because you are the data on the Spoon Talk. We appreciate you every day. And I'm hearing again, next month you'll be back in Liberia. And thank God for that, Dr. Richardson. Liberia is our home. I'm sorry, though. You will not answer tonight. But I believe because of you, Tiola and her family getting ready to go to Liberia. She said it. She just said, but you, look at you on Spoon Talk every evening. Your internet is good. Yeah, Tiola said that. Your internet is good, right? You looking sharp, you looking nice. And, you know, and you now a lot of female they begin to be jealous, you know. But you be in Liberia, you travel, people drive you around, you know. You want your roster casserole, you can eat it. And, you know, you want to go to the Lapa Bido, you go there, you went down the water side, you get your African suit.
See, as I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
As you're going to
yeah.
You go abroad tomorrow, today. You go abroad. Will you have any security? Or you have? Or you have? You feel like,
good question. Yeah, I mean, somebody good question.
Me,
yeah,
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
If why you laughing for you now? Yeah, what are you laughing for? I didn't hear my question. I want you to repeat the question.
Let me give you 1 minute. Let me ask you a question for you. Because of the position.
No. Steph, I need to respond.
Doctor, what you say? Because of CEO position, our position, right? In any country, we will get security. Most of the journalists in this country, top journalists, top radio hosts, them TV personality, they do have security in America. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. But I can tell you, Tony,
but let me answer though.
So many people who go into Liberia as we speak don't have security. Who in Liberia, some of your own friends, not carry around security.
So let me answer to my
no, I wanted to say something before you come in.
But can I answer to my please?
Okay, you answer to me and then I will say something.
Tumani Joe, what was your question? I forgot your question.
People abroad today or tomorrow, will you have security?
You don't know me. I'm not hearing Tumani. Tumani, what you say?
If you travel abroad today or tomorrow, will you have security?
I'm not going to Liberia today. I'm not going to Liberia tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Kev?
I wanted to highlight a point here.
You're just now,
Kev, please do not interrupt. I'm talking. Okay,
go ahead.
I want to highlight a point, Kev. I think it's very important that you know this. Not because you see me appear on the show means that I'm safe. Safety is a matter of how I feel. I don't talk about it because I do not let my fear intimidate me or stop me or prevent me from wanting a better Liberia. I will tell you a classic situation. I'm not going to go too much in details because it's still happening. I was at a school speaking, and I left the school and got a text from a teacher who said that he was called by higher ups in the school because of me speaking at that school. I was trying to incite the students. That's not, that made me feel insecure, made me feel unsafe. When we talk about safety, those are the things that we're talking about. When a teacher can get called to the office because I'm speaking about civic education, and then somebody says you could lose your job or threaten you, that has been unsafe, okay? I feel unsafe because just the mere fact that I was involved in such situation makes me unsafe. That's what safety is. Whether your government knew about this or not, the audacity of somebody to think that it can threaten another person's job because of what I spoke about or because of what students wanted to speak about, that is a feeling of unsafety.
Thank you. So, Sintumani George, on a very serious note, I'd like to answer your question. When I'm in Liberia, when I'm outside of Liberia, I'm a free man. I can walk, I can travel anywhere I want. I know folks will come around though, but I'm a free man. I feel no target on me. I feel no target on my life. I'm free to travel. We were in Liberia before. We walk around, right? We went places. We bought stuff from the street. I found myself in North Panto like before. I can do that again and again and again. I don't think I'm a target. I will not put myself up there and say, yeah, somebody is chasing me. A group of people after me. No. But I can guarantee you, we get more good people in Liberia than bad people. And the good people usually come around. Family will come around. Friends will come around.
The thing is that
I would never tell anybody, say, not because we do this. Although other folks might get mad at some point because we're talking about politics. But whenever I'm in Liberia, I'm a free man. I'm happy. I leave the hotel. I go upstairs in the restaurant. I come down. I tell folks, you don't have to follow me. You know, the last time we were in Liberia, it was beautiful. We walked from Boulevard Palace to that place, Fusion, right? Is that the name? Yeah. We walked together. We left from Boulevard Palace. We went to Calabash to buy a jacket. We left from Boulevard Palace. We went to the shoe place. What's the place name? Dr. Richardson? You know the place name?
I can't remember. Somebody think of
menswear. Yeah, something like that. We went there, you know. We went down, how you call it? Benson Street, where I bought the checkerboard from. We went down Benson Street and folks came around and nobody threatened us. Nobody said nothing bad about us. We have fun, and Liberia is a safe place. All depends who you are. And I think that Liberia is getting better. For the sake of all of us, take politics, Liberia will be our home, and we'll do that which is right to make sure Liberia is a better place. But let's have a wonderful program today. Makan, what you ready taking Liberia to be? Who Makan asking? I think it's Tumale Joshi asking you. What are you taking Liberia to be, Tumale? She said Liberia is a better place. But let me say this real quick. Let's welcome. Yeah, let's welcome all of our folks as we get closer to election. That's a good question, Georgie. Everyone should ask themselves, when give me the status of a Liberia. And I would say this to everyone, as much as I would beat the opposition in position, everyone out there, I feel that when I come around, they welcome us better. I sat with Samara Woodokoli. You know how I went after Samara Woodokoli, but we sat together. Kev, you remember that, right? Yeah. And we talked, Samara and myself. I sat with Serena Cephas. Then, and we spoke. Dr. Richardson was present. I sat with all these guys. I was never threatened. I had no fear because I believe that it is what it is. But something is happening today. Let's start with NPP, the National Patriotic Party.
Yeah, but see, before you start with the MPP, and it's something I just need to come up with. I know we'll get MPP.
You want to say that before I bring in Fagon, or you want me to keep Fagon?
Fagon can come in. Yeah, Fagon can come in.
No. Let me say if you say that, because I don't want you and Fagon getting it. Fagon is not looking good today. Fagon is angry at you. I don't know why. What did you do to him? So go ahead first.
You know, the last time I'm on the show, I think I said we all pray for. I personally pray for Joe Buckeye. You know, but I have to speak. The government of Liberia offered Joe Buckeye a treatment abroad. They accepted. The only thing they don't want the country to know about it.
Recently?
Yes, sir. They accepted it, be treated abroad, but they don't want the country to know. And the government said,
can you say that again? Because I'm not missing something.
No.
I will protect Kev. Kev will say this thing because me, Stanton, Alexander, Opa, Tie, Witherspoon. I never heard this one since Charlie Quintal. So we all will be quiet. We all will be quiet and we allow you to speak, Kev. Please.
The government of Liberia, through the president, offered the GMB, and so it's a statement to seek treatment abroad because of his illness. They accepted it. The only thing they don't want the country to know. They don't want to
you said in a statement that was a statement.
No, I said they accepted it. They spoke to them. They accepted it.
The team accepted it.
Yes, from the president of this country, George Manawia, that I can confirm to you. Spoke.
And then they say, okay, we would do it. Then what happened? But we would do it secretly.
They don't want that. Yes, they want it undercover. They want it secretly. Yes.
Do you have anything to show? Anything that we can turn to believe your story tonight?
It's 100% because I spoke.
It's not 100%, but do you have anything? I would not say it's 100%. You are not showing us anything. You have any text message, any phone call.
Still. I cannot show. I cannot say. I will give you message from phone.
No. I'm asking you who get. So I'm not asking you. So you say.
Yeah, that's the question. Who told me?
Yeah.
Right?
Who told you? Yeah.
The president of the country, George.
Oh, the president told you.
Yes.
Okay, so then because you said the president, let's respect that space a little bit. Give us exactly what the president told you, because the word is listening. So talk to us.
Good. I spoke with the president, and the president said the offer, and including the finance minister, the offer Joe Buckeye, because it's a statement, right? He's a statement. It's our former vice president. A treatment because of his illness. They accepted it, but they don't want it to be disclosed. That's the problem. That's where they are right now. They don't want it to be disclosed. And according to the government, they have to disclose it because it's the people money. It's budgeted. And he deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves to have a treatment. Our statement cannot be ill and the government will sit aside and leave it. No way. So through the president and say he will not sit aside, they have to treat GMB. So that's how that's the news. So the Liberian people should know that.
And this is why I feel unsafe when someone's medical record is
this is not medical record. This is not medical record.
Medical information is being discussed.
Richardson,
please don't interrupt me. You are speaking. I did not interrupt you. Please do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. You are speaking. I did not interrupt you. Do not interrupt me. You are here talking about someone's illness as a government public spokesperson on public TV. Then you expect me to you project that I'm safe in Liberia. Okay?
But let's be fair. That's not a person's medical record.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But he told us that the government didn't want anybody to know. And he's now discussing his record, whether it is his medical record or any part, any sentence or any comment related to his medical issue. Should not be discussed here.
No, Kat, hold on 1 minute.
The place that I come from, the place that I work under.
Guys, 1 minute.
Come on,
and I like the way we started the show, but this is very important for those folks that just joining us. And after Kev, we always speak. I will start with Dr. Richardson. Kev Hassan, you are standing, giving an announcement from the President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Banneret Weah.
Yes, sir.
And from the Finance Minister, Samuel Ditwe.
Yes,
you
sir.
are stating that you are quoting exactly what they told you.
Yes, sir.
I want you to repeat it. I'm going to call the JMB camp for them to tell us whether this is true or this is lie. So let me give you the chance to speak to Liberians home and abroad what you were told today by the president.
I spoke with the president. They gave an offer because of the illness and the seriousness of the illness that the former vice president should take treatment abroad, all covered by the government of Liberia, because it's a statement. And he deserved it. And they accepted it. But the only problem, they don't want the people should know. And the government say it's the people money and the people should know because they deserve that. So if you're going abroad through the government, it should be reported. This is not a medical record. This is about financing his medical trip that the people should know. Like any president in this country, in America, going on a medical trip, the American people or any other statement, the American people will be informed.
A president, you said a president is a public figure.
Any statement who taking treatment through the government need to inform the people. Because that's the way it is. Because
okay, so Kev,
budgeted.
Kev, hold on 1 minute. Guys, let's get it straight. Because now the UP folks just heard this announcement that Kev is making to everybody. And then this Costa just called me. Costa said he want to reply to this. Costa, hello?
Yes.
I know you are in Liberia. I know you are in Liberia right now, but you are hearing the information from Kev. He's quoting directly from the president, George Banneret Weah. Kev, can you repeat what you said? Then Costa will give us an update on what you said, please. Kev.
The government, through the president, and I will say this again, made an offer. So, JMB, the former vice president, a statement to seek medical treatment abroad. They accepted it. The only issue that they don't want it to be disclosed. So you might get it from them. Maybe they'll deny it. Maybe they'll say the truth. But I hope they say the truth because they don't want it to be disclosed.
Thank you. Costa, you heard Ish, you heard what Kev said. Talk to us. Hello? Hello? Costa. The internet is being interrupted. Let's try to reach Costa. Go ahead, talk. Give me a few seconds. Let's reach Costa again. This is a big news, so this is really breaking. Costa?
Okay, yeah, it is. It is a big news.
Yes, you are live. You are on speaker. can you please tell us about this information coming out from Kev and the president?
Let me tell you something, Stanton. If you call me thinking you're going to waste my time to argue with Kev, I will not indulge in that. If you believe me to be an authority figure who will speak with authority on this matter, then I will speak. But if I will leave here and then you be arguing back and forth, then I will not.
Costa, you want to speak on this thing? Just speak on it. Don't tell us how to run the show, my man. We are asking you a question. The citizen government coming out with information, and I'm saying to you, is that true or is that false? If you don't want to speak about it, Costa, it's up to you.
I will speak to it.
Costa, you want to, no. Don't start, no, my man, no, then do not speak on it. Costa, you want to speak on it, you speak on it. You don't want to speak on it, forget it. All right? The man is making a statement. You want to respond to him, don't tell us how to run the show. Henry Pedro Costa.
I will never ever accept. Listen to me. No offer has been made from George Manawia to Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai has not received any offer from George Weah, and even if such an offer is ever to be made, we will never ever accept any offer from George Weah. And here is why. The one time George Weah sent $2,500 as a condolence token to Joe Boakai when he lost his mother-in-law, George Weah behaved like a child, went on radio and said rubbish. I was the one who raised that money to give it back to George Weah through Edwin Snow, the man that brought it. Since that time, Joe Boakai decided that even if he is at the end of the road, he will never ever accept any token whatsoever from George Weah. So what Kev is saying is a bloody lie. There has been no offer made, and even if an offer is made, we will never ever accept it. As a matter of fact, Joe Boakai is resting. He is all right. He is having a good time. He's not even communicating with people. So there's no way anybody can reach to Joe Boakai but a handful of people. Only a handful of people have access to Joe Boakai, and I'm one of such people. Joe Boakai has an upcoming trip to the U.S. I've been announcing it. He's going for a fundraiser for the Joe Boakai Foundation. Before he goes to the U.S., you will see him on live video. I will go in and sit down with him and do a live podcast where people will see him walking and talking because he's healthy and he's doing very, very well. All he needed was rest. And doctor has advised him to have a rest because he is very hardworking and he's under a lot of stress from engaging with a lot of people, and the doctors wanted him to rest. That is all that is wrong with Joe Boakai. He does not need to go and be and get strapped to a hospital bed to be seen by a doctor. He does not need to do that. So what Kev told you is a bloody lie. No offer has been made, and when Weah makes such offer, it will never be accepted because Weah is childish and will never accept any token or anything from a childish president who sent the man $2,500 when his mother-in-law passed away, which he did not ask for, and went on EOBC and made noise about it. We will not accept anything from George Weah. We will never ever take it. Take my word for it or take Kev's word for it. But nobody in Unity Party will tell you that Joe Boakai accepted or has communicated with George Weah. Nobody will tell you that.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you very much. Thank you. Guys, let's make this round very quick. It's very important to do so, because we understand that the former vice president is leaving the hospital. What he went through, like Costa said, he went to rest. The statement came out from the Joseph Yema Boakai camp and from the party. The vice president is on his way. But this is concerning to hear that President George Manawia speaking through Kev Hassan, that we have make a suggestion to sponsor the vice president trip to go all over the country for treatment. Costa say it's a blinking lie. Now, I also spoke to Jake Kabakori. Jake Kabakori said he used a word that I cannot use on the show, guys, but he's ended up saying that's a lie. He said he want to see the record, he want to see the communication, and he dared the president of the Republic of Liberia and the finance minister to show any such proof that the UP Joseph Yema Boakai have agreed to go on a trip sponsored by the president and the government of Liberia. let's do this right, Kev. We'll come back to you. It is concerning. It is important. We need to discuss it. Dr. Richardson, you go first.
I'm very concerned about Kev, or anyone for that matter, coming on here and politicizing the vice president's medical condition. In as much as I think we should be concerned about his status, considering that he's a presidential candidate, I don't think that I or Kev should be here discussing how George Weah is offered him money or some kind of transportation to seek help outside of the country. I really don't think that Kev should be the one announcing that to the public. It relates to security issue for me. It relates to safety. And for the record, the fact that we're discussing someone's medical status here, it is part of someone's medical record, someone's medical information, for your information. And I deal with this all the time. I deal with confidentiality, not breaching someone's medical information to the public. And this is what has happened on this show. So the record, for someone who to come out like Fagon to come out and say, oh, it's not part of his medical record, it is, Mr. Fagon.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in some Timon and George. I'm also bringing in the UP Secretary General Amos Tway. He will also be speaking. I can confirm that again, Jake Kabakoli, Chief of Staff to the Vice President, have denied this. But if Kev, listen guys, what makes this important? Kev didn't hire his source. He said the President of the Republic of Liberia told me. And we can take that for certainty that the President spoke to Kev Hassan. Sentuman and George.
Okay, let me say this though. First of all, I would not call the president, the presidency, I will respect the presidency to call the president a liar. And the president, I don't think he will go on record, especially it would have told Kev, do not disclose it. We're just telling you for only your ears. But for Kev to tell Kev the comments, you can say it. The Minister of Finance will go on record. I won't come and say that Kev is lying, or the president is lying, or Tway is lying, for the fact that it just can make up a story and come and say I will say this, because I heard this thing last night in the conversation with someone too, but they said that the GMB camp were going to reject it, the offer, but I heard that the government offered to take him abroad. Now, saying that, see, the Liberian government may have spoken to somebody in the JMB camp. I just don't want to believe that nobody was spoken to. But then, for the fact that what Kev said, the camp is saying that they want to go public, I have a problem with that, because if the camp wanted to do it quietly, to go and take an offer from the government quietly, and then it happen, it's a problem. It's troubling, because, and for the fact that perhaps Kev came and revealed it today, the GMB camp is coming back forcibly to respond to it, because it looks bad that you try to do a secret deal with the government. Don't talk about it, but take the offer and then don't talk about it. So GMB camp, which I think they did the right thing to come out forcibly to restore confidence to the supporters and the followers, the partisans. Now,
but I will hold you right there, Sentumani George, before I move to Fago. Let me hold you right there, though.
Yeah.
You said probably they spoke to somebody from the UP camp.
Yes.
You have the UP as a party.
Yeah.
And you have the JMB camp, those are close to JMB.
The inner circle there.
The inner circle. So which one of those groups you think they spoke to?
They may have spoken to somebody with that, maybe that's within a VP cycle in his orbit, because for President George Manuel Weah, in an election year to come on and just make up.
So let me ask you then. Thank you. I'll hold you right there. Yeah. Can this be political? Is this just politics though?
Well, but here's the thing now. Now, get my point now. The politics part come in like this. This offer by the government should have come from the Ministry of Information. It should have been a government official spokesman saying, look, we heard about the vice president illness, and the Liberian government through the president have made an offer to the former vice president to help facilitate his travel of the country. But by giving it to Kev, that's where it becomes political. You see? Because everybody knows Kev is a strong supporter of the president and of the government. So by him being able to utter it on the platform, it becomes political. But
I beg you, because of time, we will be bringing in UP Secretary General Amos Tway. We have the Secretary General coming by way of phone. Amos, talk to us.
Good evening, Stanton, and to the platform. I was just informed that somebody is out there spewing part of lies, and I thought it's important as a party to call and clarify.
Talk to us. Yes, we can hear you, Amos. Make your point.
Yeah, sure. So the statement made by Kev is an absolute rubbish. It's groundless. It's falsehood. At no point in time the vice president or any member of his family received from the cycle of government. We have not, and it's important to clarify that. It's also important to inform the people of Liberia that the vice president is in a good state of health. So I thought it's important to call and clarify. And Kev needs to stop the politicking. He needs to stop playing politics with the health of someone. The vice president is not a superhuman being. He's not a machine. The vice president is human being like us. So as young as I am, compared to his age, I can fall sick. Sometimes I suffer from leg fever and go seek medical attention or medical advice to the hospital. So it's important to stress that part. And it's also important to stress here that the vice president has always taken treatment at a...
We are losing you, Amos. Okay, I believe you're getting another call coming in. We'll bring Amos back. Go ahead, finish our symptom, and then we'll move to Fagon.
But yeah, I want to end with. It will be what we should be asking now. Kev who from the government should tell us who the president or the minister of finance made contact with in a UP camp or the vice president office. They should tell the Liberian people who were the direct point of contact from the former vice president camp or that the offer was made to. Because it's very important.
Thank you. We could do that. We'll come back. Let me bring in the Honorable former Deputy Minister of Information, Eugene Lamin Fagon. Eugene?
Thank you, and hello to all. You see, before I answer your question, I would like to say to Dr. Francine Chinaway Richardson, I take offense to when you say someone like Fagon. I'm not a dog. I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. So when you say someone like Fagon, what do you mean? Am I not human? Are we not supposed to talk about these things? Is that not why we are here? It's condescending to say someone like Fagon. Who am I? A country boy? Or what? This is the reason why sometimes I just like to go stay on the beach, let your will execute me. Than to even go thinking about ANC. Because that party is too elite for some of us. We are from the ghettos, the slums, and poverty-stricken families. So when you look at me and say, someone like Fagon, it's condescending to me. Let me answer your question. I let it pass because it's Fagon. My skin is thick. But I will say this to you, CEO. I'm deeply troubled. Now, for the record, let me state, no one even asked for JMB medical record. They did not say what was wrong with JMB. They did not talk about his doctor or whatever. They offer to take him out of the country if he so desire, according to what Mr. Keith Hassan said. They never talk about his medical record. But I am deeply troubled because if JMB uses the government money, it's not something he's begging for. He's entitled to it. He's worked 42 years in the country. He's a statesman, and no one should make mockery out of something that he's earned by his sweat and his labor and his patriotism to country, as well as his service. Over 42 years, if this country spends $1 on him, he deserves it. And for anyone to politicize it, hoping to score political points, is savagery and banditry to the highest degree. Here is where I'm troubled. Kev did not say, they say, or I heard from a source. Maybe you need to play your tape again, CEO. And maybe the producer needs to be able to cut the show and bring it back. He said, I spoke with the president, and the president told me that he made an offer. So on this network that has remained credible, we need to determine whether Kev is a liar or the president is a kid, a small boy. Because making an offer is quite different from someone begging you. And if you make an offer to somebody, you should be able to know that person that you said, hey, come, I want to do this for your old man or your papi. Now, he said the finance minister also talked to him. And he made reference to the fact that it's government money. Well, if the argument holds any weight at all that it's government's money, then let government handle it. You do not go through a surrogate to insult the integrity of a statesman. We have an information minister. This information should never have come out. Why? Did the people reject the offer? No. According to Kev again, the president told him that they accepted it, except they wanted it to be private. If these people wanted this thing to be private, CEO, I submit to you that they did not reject it according to Kev and the president. They said we accept it, but with one condition, that it remains private. But guess what? Is it private now? No. Before you even gave it to them, or even conclude the arrangements, you have made it public. You did not tell them that in order for us to give it to you, we have to make it public. Because that was the condition they gave you throughout the negotiation, according to Kev. So why didn't you tell them, oh, no, we have to make it public? So you either accept that we make it public or you forgo it. But nothing of that happened. They went public to make a mockery of the old man's health.
I need to come in on this deal.
So
I need to come in to make it clear.
To disgrace the old man.
Mm-hmm.
If at all.
Actually, I need to come in first since he mentioned my name.
It's true. Now let's hold this. I'm not going to beat on the president as yet. Because Kev said he spoke with the president. And the president told him, we need to find out who's lying. Is it Kev that is lying on the president? Or is it the president that is trying to be a kid? To make an offer to somebody and the person say, I don't want people to know about you. Then you call a surrogate on a network to talk about it, even though it's government's money.
Even
though it's an offer that has not been
consummated. Kev, hold on. We got to take this thing. Please, hold on. Let Fagon finish, please.
Kev, I'm not here to go back and forth with you. That's why I don't listen.
You didn't listen to it.
No, guys, we have somebody on the call. Fagon, please finish. I got to finish with the individual on the call. There's a gentleman on the call that still needs to speak, please.
I think it's very childish, in summation to you, for you to make an offer. Nobody begged you. And then you make the offer, according to you, they gave you a condition. You have not certified that condition.
The government rejected that condition. I stated it here. I said it here.
I bet we're not going back and forth.
All right, guys, let's do this. Fagon, hold on 1 minute. Let me finish with Emma. No, Fagon. I have the Secretary General that wants to finish, so please. Hold on, Fagon, hold on. So I will ask you to please finish up because I cannot keep you on my phone. Another call's coming in. Please finish up, Fagon, please.
You heard him again. I said you have not consummated this deal, and you went public. He said no. Government rejected that condition. Who's the government? You say you spoke to the president. So say the president rejected that condition. So who did the president speak with?
You. We can't let this fly.
No, but wait, you're not letting them fly. Wait, no, Dr. Peabody, don't come in here. Let me finish with Emma Stewart, please. Emma Stewart, go ahead. Finish up, please.
Well, I think basically, Stanton, Fagon has made a very solid case, and that's exactly the point I was trying to pick up from. That to the extent, even if this information were true, let's just say, in the very least moment that this information is true, how in this war a president will call somebody he wants to help, the person has not agreed on the formality and the mechanism, and all of a sudden he calls another individual who always unnecessarily defend him on another platform to exactly report to him so that the person can play politics out of it. But it's important that we also stress here, as I was saying to you earlier on, Stanton, look, when you go to the hospital does not have a bar for a particular age group. As young as 1 month old, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they're lying down in hospital for malaria, for different kinds of sicknesses, even for fever. So somebody at that age, experience a fever, a light fever, and decides to seek medical advice and goes to a local hospital. And then you see the nemesis of government people and surrogates trying to play politics out of it. What is the genuineness in such an offer? So again, I like to say on behalf of the Unity Party, at no point in time have we received any information. I've just contacted almost everybody close to the vice president. By the way, it's also important to let you know here that the delegation, the leadership of the UP was with him, just today. And I mean, he's upbeat. He's very okay. He's in a very positive state of mind. So that information from the government cycle is mere propaganda, and we want to assure the people of Liberia that the vice president is in a good state of health. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I want to ask one or two questions.
No, thank you very much, Emma Stewart. If we do, we will call you back. We appreciate
you. Say something.
Thank you very much, Emma Stewart. Thanks a lot. Guys, we have to go to Dr. Peabody, please. Let's do. Dr. Peabody.
Yeah, firstly, I want to wish the Vice President a speedy recovery. He's in our thoughts, our prayers, and our best wishes. But let me say this, Stanton. There was very, very childish for any government to do of somebody's health. You offer help, and then within a twinkling of an eye, you go around telling people that you offer help to take this person out of the country, and the person refusing. You already disclosing it to everybody. Kev is not an official spokesman for this government. He shouldn't be disclosing this. He shouldn't be the one to be provided this information. He's not a spokesman for the government, even if you have a relationship with the president. I mean, I'm concerned if the president will even tell Kev this. If the president want to verify, he can call the radio station and say, hey, we told Kev to tell you this. But this is childish. This is making mockery of the vice president help. This is making mockery of trying to help him. You want to help somebody, and in a second, the Tata toddlers are all gathering this information and telling people and saying things around. That is wrong. You want to help, but you want to turn the help into gossip. That is totally wrong. Nobody should be doing this. This man is not well. People get sick. Just the other day, the finance minister was involved in an accident. We all sat there and prayed for him. We pray for everybody that gets sick and wish them the best. But
whose money was spent?
Yeah, but we should not be trying to make mockery of the people who's not well, who's in the hospital, and think that we have succeeded, or we give him money and they are refusing. This is totally wrong. I don't think it should be like that. I mean, people should be, exactly, the president probably got a lot of time on his side to be calling people and telling them things like this. I don't think so. I don't believe President Weah will even do this, but this is totally childish. There's a total nonsense. This is just wrong for anyone to do that. The vice president is sick. We must keep it in our prayer, but we shouldn't be talking now. You want to help me? I'm not even. It's already around the word that you offer me, and then you can run with a political slogan. Oh, I gave him money when he was sick, and blah 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 blah. That is totally wrong. I think it should not be tolerated. The president should not be doing this. It is wrong. And if you have time on your side, because you got an information minister, Eric, the people told you that we do not, even if they ever had a conversation like that, this is complete nonsense and it's unacceptable. Thank you.
So thank you, Peabody, for your comment. I want to go back to something that you said, Mr. Fagon. A few days ago, I mentioned on this show how I appreciate some of your analysis, and there are others that you and I certainly disagree on. And when I said that, I kind of said that obviously when two people agree all the time, one person isn't thinking. And I meant to say that I hold you in some of your analysis at a higher level. I would like to say that I respect your views on some of your analysis, not all, obviously, not all. But for you to come on this show and try to pin me and, I don't even know the rest of what you said because I just block it out, as someone who's condescending and ask me, are you not human being and all of that, that's very dramatic, okay? And I stand by what I said. Medical record is medical record. What Kev is doing is in an attempt putting the vice president's medical record outside. And you came out and said it wasn't. I disagree with you. And let's keep it that way. You want to find any kind of way to introduce this Congo versus country business. That's your own projection of your own feeling, because everybody knows you have a long history of doing that. You want to project that on me. I don't feel that way. I don't think that way. You do. I don't think that way because I don't think it's in the best interest for our country or any human being for that matter to always have this dichotomy between Congo versus country. So to you, I say to you, I stand by my word.
Thank you very much. And we'll move on. We'll not do the back and forth. No. We've got to move on, please. Kev, I'm coming to you. I got to give this announcement. The UP, through the Secretary General Amos Twe, the Chief of Staff to Joseph Yemabwaka Jacob Akoli, who wanted me to announce on the show that he would be on the show tomorrow because he's driving to speak on these things. The tour and where this came from. He's saying it's I'm not going to use the word, but he's saying it's a lie. Something before lies. And he said they are saying that they challenge the president or they challenge Samuel Twe to come up with any information as to whether they reach out to anyone in UP. It's all politics. And Jake going to be on the show tomorrow to speak against this one. As he said, he wanted me to announce it. Kev, I will give you a chance to. You heard what everybody says, saying that everybody's saying you are wrong and this a lie. So have your time to speak, and then we're going to ask some questions.
Well, people entitled to their own opinion really don't care, seriously. But Minister Fagon has stated that from the beginning that they made the offer. and they wanted to be left in the dark, and the government said no. This money is going to be budgeted. I use the word budgeted. So if you listen and you go back, you will know that. So it's not stuff that they agree to keep it in the dark, and the government just going to say no. The government said clearly, we cannot keep this. We cannot hold this because the Liberian people need to know, because the funds is budgeted. I said that clearly on the show when I started. Everybody who listened to it. But we got to understand something here. One thing you said, Minister Fagan, I totally agree with you. For the 2 years under his belt, his money, he deserves it. It's within the right of the government to offer a treatment for a statement that worked for 40-something years in this government, in this country. He deserves it. And I take my hat up to the president for doing that. See, I personally text the president on that. I tell that he's not feeling well. We can put politics aside. This is not politics. Folks want to do it. This is not politics. Let's put politics aside. When a statement like JMB is not feeling well, the government should step in. The government, let's say God forbid something happens and the government sits aside. No. If the government can step in for their own, why the government cannot step in for JMB? Let's talk be serious now. If the government can step in for their own, why you can't step in for JMB? Don't people want to make it like it's a secret? They truly say that. They talk something in the corner. No, JMB is no more a corner man. It's a statement. We're living in this country. We know everything out there. So when people flow that way to say, oh, the president talk this, oh, the president called the information. This, no. I'm happy to speak to the president. Happy to know.
Just a quick question before Kev.
No, I beg you. Let Kev, no, Honorable Fagon, we'll ask the question. Let Kev finish, please.
You know, so it happened. You know, I spoke to the president. I get the information, and I share the information with the public. But let me say this to
finish up, because we got to move on.
Let me say this to the Liberian people. JMB know this. And the person who always a bridge between JMB and the government knows this. That I will not say the person name, but the person within that camp, Jake, Amos Twere, and the rest of them, let me tell you, the Unity Party, there's a two Unity Party. There's a Unity Party which went to Europe, who went to Ghana, who went different country without those guys. There's a Unity Party who have direct line with the government. So they know, JMB know, and that person.
Cap,
no,
let me ask you a question.
They know. We know that person knows.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, Kev. It's time to ask you a question.
Yes,
you said you spoke to President George Manneh Weah. My first question to you: did the president ask you to give the announcement on Spoon?
Yes, sir.
The president told you to give that. The president gave you.
The president told me, and it's not a secret. The president was not telling me a secret. We spoke, and the Liberian people need to know.
And the president told you can give this announcement on your show. 1, 2. Did the president speak directly to an individual? Did the president speak to JMB, offering the government help?
The president spoke. The finance minister the government to the same.
No, not the finance minister. Now, let me remain with the president first. Did the president speak directly to an individual from the JMB camp, or did the president speak directly? Let me finish. Don't bring in some. No. Hold on, I beg you. I don't want us to confuse this. We're going to ask you the question because you're the bearer of the news.
Yeah, but
so please help me. Kev, let me finish. Now, I didn't interrupt you. Just answer my question. It is important. I'm asking you, did the president speak to an individual, or did the president speak to to Joseph Boakai himself?
But still, you ask the question, but you don't determine how I answer it. Right?
No, but I just want to finish my question for you.
Yeah, but you ask the question.
But don't bring in Samatwe. Samatwe is a second source for you. I'm talking about the first one. You said the president. Let me remain with the president, please.
Let me say this to you, and I'll repeat. You ask me a question. I determine how to answer it.
Stop playing that game. Let me remain with what the question is. Do not bring in Samatwe. You're saying that you spoke to the president. Let me remain with your first source, the president. We will come to Samatwe later. So I just want, because now you are speaking with authority from the president. I'm asking you, you answer the first question. The president asks you to announce it. The second question, this president, George Manawia, did he speak to Joseph Yema Boakai offering the government help? Did he speak to someone from Joseph Yema Boakai camp offering the government assistance? Can you help us answer that question?
Theo, the president, when I spoke with the president, the finance minister was there. And that's why I'm telling you this story, the whole thing. I'm not going to hide it. They will hide it. I'm not going to hide it. They spoke with the team, the JMB team, which I will not call name who they spoke to, but they spoke to the team, the same identical team that always in contact with the government. They accepted the offer. The problem in there, they don't want the public to know. Not Jake, not Costa, not Amos Tue. These are not the people that the team that spoke. No, that's not the team there. These people are completely don't even know what happening around the camp. So they spoke, and they don't want the public to know. And the government rejected that and said, no, the people got to.
So the question, so let me ask my last question. I will bring in the guys. Then my question to you, whosoever they spoke to, right? Whosoever they spoke to, that individual that they spoke to took the news to JMB, took the news to those close to JMB, or they answer only from themselves and by themselves?
Well, I can tell you, JMB knew exactly the whole thing. He knew.
All right, Kev. Kev. What I'm saying to you, now you are giving us the information like he say, she said.
No.
Let me finish now, Kev. But I'm entitled to what I'm about to say. Let me finish. Kev, let me finish. Kev, you spoke. So, Kev.
You spoke to the JMB.
Kev, let me say this to you. Before Fagon, Dr. Peabody and Dr. Richardson come in, let me bring back Sintomani George. He's back. Let me say this to you, Kev. You are giving us information from the president while Samuel 12 was present. I asked you how it went. You said they spoke to somebody. They always speak to this individual.
No, you're not hearing me. I never said they spoke to somebody. I said they spoke with JMB team, the same team that always in contact.
So if you say JMB team, is the entire team or is an individual in JMB team?
JMB, listen to me clearly, CEO. They spoke to JMB team, the same team. Then down there, they're always speaking to the government.
Kev, Okay, and I believe I will say this, and this will come from somewhere, but I believe some of you are listening, and folks listening, Kev, let me say this to you. Tell them to call Norris Tware and verify the information he gave them. And I will leave it like that. Honorable Eugene Fagon.
No, I think.
No. Hold on 1 minute. No. Honorable Fagon will come in. You will not interrupt the show. You will not interrupt the show. We're done with you. Honorable Fagon. No. No, you will not interrupt the show, Kev. Eugene will speak. You see how you can throw jabs, and I just throw my own. You want to jump on it.
I said it's not your place to tell them what to do.
No, hold your peace. Hold your peace. And we on the show? And we on the show? So come on. I said tell them to call Norris Tware. But why are you shaking? Yeah, this is a spoon talk, right? Let me say this. And even before the guys come on, do not silence me. Do not silence me. Let me announce to the public today, right? Kev. I will say this. The president of the Republic of Liberia, Samuel Tware, never spoke to anybody from the JMB team.
Seal.
Hold on. Let me say my own. Hold on.
Are you speaking as a team of JMB? Are you speaking as a team of JMB?
You spoke, nobody interrupt you. You will give us chance. Because you see how you can talk your own. A lot of people talk their own. No, Kev, stop. We on spoon. We on spoon. We investigate. And they gave us information. I am not part of the JMB team. But what was done today? Kev, you stop interrupting, my man. You are Luna in the show. Look, everybody quiet. Stop the childish thing now. Let's get serious. You spoke to President George Manneh Weah. And folks, I want you to understand this. You, Kev Hassan, you came on Spoon Talk. You say you spoke to the president and he wants you to announce. But I can say the JMB team reached out to us and they said they want to know who the president spoke to. But I will tell you this though. The president of the Republic of Liberia didn't speak to anyone from the JMB team. Samuel Tware didn't speak to anyone from the JMB team. And that's a fact. Because you know why? The story as the government, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. The government tried reaching out to an individual. Immediately when they tried, the individual said no. They tried reaching out to an individual that is not part of the JMB team. Immediately they tried. The individual said, hell no. The information we're receiving. And you know who they went through? Let's stop this. And they know themselves. That's why the name Norris Tware came out. And they turned to Norris Tware. I think he's a VP for something at the University of Liberia. They brought it to Samuel Tware. You guys correct me. And they said no. They said, can we try reaching to the vice president? They said no. Can we reach to somebody from the vice president team? They said no. This is politics. This is politics, and that's why they ran with the story. The president of the Republic of Liberia never spoke to any one individual. Samuel Tware spoke to his brother, Norris Tware. No one individual from the JMB camp, Henry Costa, Jacob Akoti, no one from the party. You talk about Amos Tware, Reverend Tape, no one from the party. When you talk about former Secretary General Mo Ali, the former Chairman Amin Modal. So the UP was not directly approached. And this is what happened. Because they knew, Fagon, that the UP probably was going to announce this. Here come Kev Hassan running. I went off the show. I came back on because the information was given to me while we were on this set. They are saying the challenge, President George Manneh Weah, the challenge Samuel Twah. There was no one from the CDC government that approached anyone from the team. And they said, go and ask Norris Twah. Where? I know. When Norris Twah asked the question. When? I know. Location? I know. So if they think President George Manneh will pick up the phone to offer, that's a lie. And as I'm speaking right now, I can share this information with you guys. Jake know the story because it came up today. So Kev was running against time. That's why he said the president. The president never spoke to anyone. Samuel Twah never spoke to anyone. It was Samuel Twah's brother that were trying to play the game, and the folks, the individual he spoke to, not from the JMB team, not from the Unity Party, the person said no, and the person left with the cap. I'm sorry to break your good news today, but you know exactly what I'm saying. You go back and ask them. Now they say you said it, they will come up to correct this information. So Fagon, Dr. Peabody, St. and George, Dr. Richardson, then we go back to Kev Hassan.
You and Kev, you're getting to the point where you want me or sleeping on the show now. You and your brother Kev. Kev, you remember CEO when I said money was given to the people of Bomi? Kev said, no, you must say who. Who? He was yelling. He said the president spoke to JMB team. You ask him who, he start turning around. Who? He start turning around. But I like the words used on me, someone like you. Because someone like me is on this platform to make sure that we draw a line between medical record and government's offer. If I offer you, I'm not asking what made you sick or data to bring your file to me. I didn't ask you what kind of sickness you got.
Says who?
Guys, we will move from the personal thing. No, Fagon.
You can't do Mr. Fagon, you are assuming that when somebody asks somebody to transfer them, they don't ask them.
Guys, I will put you guys in the bag, no disrespect, because we will not do this. We have to stick to the story. And after Dr. Richardson, with all the respect I have for you, Dr. Richardson, please, I will just say this to everyone, please. For the sake of the show, we will not do the Dr. Richardson Fagon show. Fagon, that's it. Let's move in this direction. We have other important story to discuss. You can pick up the phone and call Dr. Richardson, and you can talk your sweet talk. But let's move on, please. Thank you very much.
Open my microphone. This is Fagon. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know, Stanton, if you want a show to be sweet, certain things you got to allow. It's a show. Kev came up and said, we have to inform the Liberian people because it was budgeted. Kev, I worked in government for almost 4 years. No money was budgeted for Joseph Boakai when he's sick or the day he gets sick. Nobody knew Twah were going to make accident in his SUV. So they don't budget for that kind of thing because no one knows the future. There's no money in our budget for the day that Boakai will get sick or Twah car will flip. Now, if CEO had allowed me to ask you, how much was budgeted for Samuel Twah medical expenses, which is still ongoing? 2, can you tell us that the government told the Liberian people the same way you're telling the Liberian people today about JMB? What did the president and the government tell us about Samuel Twah? Did they tell us that Samuel Twah, they made an offer to fly him out of the country? When Samuel Twah went to Lofa and he was coming back and had that unfortunate situation, we all pray for that brother. But how did Tuer get out of the country? He and his family. How were they taken care of? Who spent the money? And how? Why did you guys not say what you're saying now? Say it was budgeted and your offer. Why you didn't do the same thing for Samuel Tuer? How much have you guys spent on Samuel Tuer? You saw his hand in the sling. Honestly, tonight, as a Liberian citizen and a sedition, it's a disgrace. Let's be honest. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace on two fronts. One, that old man did not ask for help. Instead, help was offered to him. Secondly, people did not offer their private monies. It was government offer that they were making to a former statesman who has earned this money through his years of service to the state. And the reason why I say it's childish, government cannot continue to function through a surrogate on a panel when the government information arm is being paid by the taxpayers. And under the law, the Constitution is an obligation of the government to inform its citizens. But here we are today. The information minister is sitting there. His principal deputies are there. They are being ignored. They're just there. But where the government fell short, CEO, is to give KEF a half-baked information. A half-baked information. Huh? You know, tell the people offer. The man said the only way he would take it if we agree to keep it secret. Okay. You said the people rejected it. Well, if they rejected it, then why you brought it to the public? Because you did not give it. So it was a discussion. And you use it to score political points. And if anything, today you lost. You lost political points because now people who even liked you don't like what you have done. They don't think it's fair to the old man. They don't think it's even fair to the Liberian people. And they don't think it was the right thing to do. In the coming days, the president will be beat on severely. Why? Even if the president told you, KEF, I think it was only expedient to say, given what I know so far, but to say the president called you and told you this gossip, because it's a gossip. And the reason why it's a gossip, I speak with authority as the former Deputy Minister of Information for 3.5 years. Once it did not come through the government mouthpiece or the government information arm, it is a gossip. So you and the president gossiped about the old man, and you exposed the president as a weak leader who does not have the usage of his own information arm, but he rather gossip and take it to the public. Lastly, in closing, I strongly believe that Norris Tuer, and I'm saying it again, and his brother were trying to act in good faith, but their actions have thrown a different spotlight. And I want to say to Tuer, when they were airlifting you to Turkey or wherever, the government did not inform the people that they were airlifting you in a private jet, that they were spending money on you and your family. The government did not even tell us how much they spent. And they have not told us how much they're still spending. Now, did you tell the president that he could make it public? If so, why did the president not make it public? And if Samuel Tuer, you told the president to make it private, Why is it that he accepted to make yours private, but did not accept, or as in the words of Kev, he rejected to make Joe Barker own private? Either ways, you guys are wrong, and I think it's unfortunate. I respectfully submit.
Thank you very much, Minister Fagon. Dr. Peabody, please, on this information.
I think this is atrocious, heinous, diabolic, that is bad. And an old man, former president of this country, one who has served, a former vice president, one who has served, a very formidable candidate in the coming election, if he was to fall ill. And you go that far. It was just a plan that once you give the help, you will spread it like wildfire around town. We had to help him. He's sick. Nobody could help him. We had to help him because it becomes personal. I had to do it rather than the government did it. It will be, oh, I had to do it. I had to step in. I think this is very outrageous. This is bad, especially when it comes to the head of the country having a conversation, discussing about the former vice president health or what you tend to offer. This was intended to embarrass the Unity Party. This exactly what's intended. We got them. The VP sick. We got them. We get them money. They can't do nothing with us without us. This is a sad thing. The VP, the president has his spokesman. Why the press secretary to the president couldn't come up and say that? I think they should be out there and wishing the vice president speedy recovery. But they're already planning what they were going to do. They were already planning, and the whole nation will carry it. This is sad. I think it requires an apology. The president or whoever needs to apologize to the president or the vice president family. This man have a family. He has children. And if they are giving him all the support and you are planning to bring him down to this kind of gossip, I mean, this is petty. A whole government will be doing this? I mean, the government will be doing this? I just don't want to believe the president will have had a conversation with Kev. I don't want to believe that. If that had the president have conversation, if that had the president have conversation with Kev, this is wrong. You cannot help people and just get out there. Then you don't intend to help the person. You give me $1 and the whole world know you give me $1. Something are meant to be kept when it comes to goodwill. But it was not a goodwill to help the vice president. It was something to expose the people and let other people know this is a political season. Something they would have done and said, we help him. We did this. We did that. I think it's wrong. I don't want to believe the president took Kev. I don't want to believe that the president will be involved in this kind of petty gossip and stuff like that. But it's very wrong. We all should be wishing the vice president a speedy recovery than to try to put him down at this time. That's sad. Very, very sad. Sickening. Sick to the mind. I don't want to think about it. It's wrong.
Thank you, Dr. Henry Peabody, Sinterman and George.
I will have first. Let me say this. I think Kev going forward, and the president, I know he's watching, he's listening. I know Twe is also watching and listening, but you're now a member of the Liberian government. You are now official of the government. You are friends with the president, which is good. Everybody want to be friend. Everybody want to be your position. Be friend with the president of a country. And
not everybody, but most people.
Most people, yeah. Most people have access to that kind of access. But whatever conversation you guys will keep, it should be private. I don't think you should come on a public forum and disclose what was discussed between y'all. The president, if you're listening to, I don't know whether you're telling Kev to come and say these things, but I don't think it's the right thing to do. When that is done, Mr. President, you reduce the office of the Liberian presidency, you bring it to another level. Because Kev he's not an official of the government. He was not elected by the people of Liberia. You were elected, and there's some conversation that is a private between your two, and you should keep it private. If anything you want to make official, go to your Minister of Information or your secretary, your press secretary, but not to do that. With that saying, it appears that, like somebody, one of my colleagues said earlier, it would appear that they're trying to perhaps embarrass the former vice president to reduce him to that level, which is unfair, because by right, I don't know, but by right, in a retirement package for the former vice president and President Salif, I think the issue of medical benefits was included. It's now a crime for the Liberian government to give medical benefits to the former vice president of our country, even the president, because by right they serve the country and they were democratically elected and they serve well, however you want to term it. So I said, well, the vice president should know his budget, his retirement budget, that medical benefits included, to even get taking out the country should be inclusive of that. So it's not something to say you make politics out of or try to send it to go through that medium. That's Senator said. But then going through KEF, that's why I said earlier, it become political. Because I believe if they had good intention and good faith, they wouldn't have gone through KEF. They would have gone through the official spokesman of the Liberian government to say, look, the president of the country extend his greetings to the former vice president, wishing well, but also the former vice president under law is entitled to medical benefit by the Liberian taxpayer. So it's up to them. If you want to travel, the government of Liberia will make arrangement to get out of the country. Okay, official. But like I said, the UP and others should still insist to find out who the president and the Minister of Finance spoke to from the camp. They should demand that they come up with that person's name, because it's unfair to say somebody from the UP camp, they spoke to them and they made that offer. So they should demand whoever that imaginary person or whoever that person was, the point of contact, should come forward to let them speak, let them come up with the person's name, so that they can take an action. Say, look, you cannot represent us or speak on behalf of the office of the VP at any time. But again, I think they should have handled it the best way possible, or to come on a national platform to come and say, well, Kev, you go and say that. Asking the question. Say again. You say the president told you? He said yes. President, you can say it. He said yes. And so that means if the president cannot come out to respond to this, President, you're putting your integrity and credibility at stake. People will say, well, did you make up this thing was a lie? Was it a make-up lie or something that made up to come and say it? It's a serious thing. And international people are watching the show. People are watching it from all over around the world, watching it, and they're looking at it, they're wondering. The Liberian presidency, the institution of the Liberian presidency, we should not take it for a joke or make it a mockery. And if any attempt to thought that they were trying to denigrate the former vice president, he just scored political points today. Let me tell you. But the Liberian people are now watching. They will be in somewhat empathy with the vice president, and they're gonna rally around him. So if they thought they were trying to reduce him, they just gave JMB more political points. JMB everybody's now wishing him the best and pushing him well, and want to say, well, JMB want the best for you. So I think my previous colleagues have said it was very unacceptable. Kev, if you're the president and the prime minister at top, you should never have come and talk it on the platform. So I kept it between you and them. Because you're not an official spokesperson. And not the first time bringing information from the Liberian government on the platform. You have been doing it. And so if people are watching it, why would the president the official of the Liberian government be telling you serious matter of state to come be and revealing it? Now, where's Lejo Rennie? Where is Smith Toby? Where is that guy named the Eugene? Where's the president secretary? Coco? Where are the guys? So I just want to say that it wasn't a fair thing you did. I think the judgment you made was poor. So I pray and hope that they will handle it the best way possible. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Before we get to Kev,
I join many of my colleagues in speaking about how concerned it is when a panelist on the show can spread information about the government willingness to transport the vice president. Either way is disclosure of health information. You can term it to be medical record, electronic record, medical notes. It is health information. And in this modern world, things like health information are very protected. That's why we have concepts like please do not breach confidentiality relating to someone's health information. If Vice President Booker was going to agree for this medical transport, he would have had to disclose certain information for the government to have proper analysis as to how much to give him. You can't, or either if the government then would be not prudent to say we're just going to give you a blanket $10,000. The vice president would have been expected to say, I need $10,000 to travel to America. I need another $5,000 to travel for my hotel stay. I need another $4,000 to get to maybe some kind of hospital, some specialist hospital. So all of that is disclosing of medical health information. But all of that is not as important to me as the bigger picture, which is we are in the serious need of a healthcare system in our country. Why should we be talking about transporting someone out of our country just because this person has status? What happens to the rest of the people in the country that have to use our healthcare system? And that is the bigger problem for me. The next problem is healthcare benefit. So if I'm not a vice president, I don't know anybody, I'm poor Mrs. Joe Blow, then I don't have anybody to pay my healthcare package benefits. So those are the things that I wish our government can focus on, provision of healthcare system and benefits for our people, so that in the future that you don't have to be a vice president, you don't have to be a minister to get transported out of the country. You can be anybody and receive some care. I rest my case over there.
Yeah, but I mean, quickly, yeah. Let me just say something. But
hold on 1 minute. I beg you. I hate to interrupt you, but let's just bring in Kev with this round. Then we'll open it for another 10 seconds. Kev.
Sometimes it's election time. People will pick their side. First of all, I hope I did not interrupt anybody. I hope nobody will interrupt me while I'm speaking. People had up to 5 minutes.
Nobody gonna interrupt you, Kev, please.
Let me say this. At this moment, I expect people to pick their side. So when I hear my fellow panelists talking against me, Dr. Peabody calling me a liar, and I don't know where he gets in his. I don't know if he ever know me as a liar, if I ever lied to him. So that's okay. I know that people will call me many names. I can take it. It's okay. If you pick your side, you want to support your side, support your side. So it's clear and open that folks are taking their side. So it's okay. It's okay. So I know I'm here against an opposition, because the ones I'm hearing, sometimes there's something. Minister Fagon, I never stated that there's a budget for JMB sickness or anybody sickness. I say funds have been budgeted, funds. So if you're taking any money there, that money that already been budgeted. That's what I said. I don't think any government get money in there to say that money there for somebody. So what I'm hearing is a twist of what I say, twist. Either to muddy the water for the people, but I was clear. And the people listened to me. I was clear. And secondly, there is nothing there. If you have that information, prove it that Minister Twe took charter flights. Don't throw it out there. Prove it. Nothing in there stated government sent him abroad. Nothing. Nothing in there. So to muddy the water is another thing there to muddy the water. It's a political season. The mark of some propagandists is to bring your truth and turn your truth into lie. That's what some trained propagandists has been trained for, to fool our people. But the fact is, the story is true. They know it's true. And people talk about when you do something for government, you don't talk about the government do something. Let me take you guys back. When Beau Biden had a brain cancer, Biden's son, when Biden wanted to sell his house, CNN and other break that news that Barack said he will pay for it. The government will take care of it, will pay for it. A couple of days after, Barack said it. It happened here in this country. People can go and check. People can go and check. Beau Biden wanted to sell his home. The government came out to help. And then, but that's too.
Are you suggesting Beau Biden did not have insurance?
Sio, can you tell them to stop?
Yeah, definitely. Guys, we need to show Kev some respect.
Yeah.
You will have his time to speak for us to move on, please. Kev, can you please?
Sio, I will find that tape. If they allow us to play, I want the folks who deny what I say about Beau Biden should come on this platform and say, I am a liar. Because it's there. Will Biden say, I will sell my home for my son because of the bill. The government of America say, we will take care of it. The news broke it, and Barack confirmed it. It's there. I will search for it, and I will put it. I want people who been in this country, who follow the Beau Biden and issue, to dare me. I dare anybody for let's go and search for it. I dare them. You know, so I'm saying this right. The government did no wrong. No wrong. Information should be out there. Unless folks want to discredit Spoon, well, I'm sitting on Spoon. I'm a government man. Put it out there. It's not wrong. Unless folks want to discredit Spoon. CNN are broken news, and government confirm it. MSNBC are broken news, government confirm it. But when we take our party's hat and put it on there, we'll forget to know that this is a news a place to break news. People forget. People completely just don't think about it. We're not here to sit to have to sit and lecture. This is not a place to lecture. If there's a place to lecture, then I can go sit down put Zoom, we'll do it up, yeah. But this is a place for news, breaking news. A lot of people broke news here. Somebody broke news yesterday about some international people looking at the bombing. Nobody condemned him. Nobody condemned Tommy George. Fargo said he was going to meet Chris Smith. Nobody condemned him. They praised it. They said it. Whether he's saying the truth or he's saying a lie, but he was praised on this network. A poor boy who fortunate to have information and bring it out, he called a liar. That shows a side. That shows a side. That shows that people are taking sides and nothing wrong with it. And I stand by what I say. Let me say this. Nobody will push me to call the other side names. I will not do that. I will not do that. I have tons of information that I will not put. So I will not do that. So what I'm saying here is, CEO, the vice president were offered as a statement, which he deserved it. They refused it. They accepted it. And they refused to take it out. They wanted to be hush-hush. And the government refused that part. The government said no. The government said no. And again, this is not the first time the government had JMB through its medical situation. It's not the first time under this government. It's not the first time.
So let's wrap up, Kev, because we got to go now.
People talk over 20 minutes here.
Kev, don't do this. Don't do this. I've given you more than enough time. Please, let's wrap up.
It's true. I check everybody's time too. I did that deliberately.
Kev, let's wrap up. Kev, let's wrap up. We got to go.
That's not true.
Kev,
I did that deliberately. But it's okay.
Kev, thank you. Let's wrap up. We got to go, please.
It's okay.
Thank
but
you.
I stand by the story. The story is true, and they know that. And CEO, you know the story is true, my brother. You know that very well.
Okay, I believe, let me say this. Let me give my own 2 cents to what we just went through. Information reaching us. The vice president, former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Jose Yimabwaka, is well. He should be leaving the EOW hospital on his way home. The former vice president, surrounded by family, in high spirit. A press statement came out congratulating the Lofa County, both football and basketball kickball team, because Lofa County now going to the final, I believe. In high spirit, the former vice president gave them his blessing for victory. Again, we can also announce, like it was announced today by Costa, the former vice president will be traveling to come he will be involved in different engagement here in the United States. So he's on his way to the United States. Guys, to each his own. I believe what was done today, if the president wanted to make such an announcement, the information minister, Elijah Warren, is right there. That's why he's an information minister. Use him. Don't just pay him. Use him. But if the President George Manawiya, deem it necessary to communicate through Kef Hassan, so be it. I will say this to everyone out there that think Kef Hassan making up a story. He said the president said, and I asked him, the president wants you to announce this? He said yes. 2, 3 different times, Kef Hassan said yes. So Kef Hassan speaking with the authority from the president of the Republic of Liberia. I move on to another conversation, folks. I'm done with this story. The UP, Joseph Yima Boakai Team Unity Party, say it's a lie. One of them says it's a bloody lie from hell. Show us your sources. It's all politics. As much as the president is saying this, the UP and the Joseph Yima Boakai Team saying it's a lie. The Liberian people will decide who's telling the truth and who's lying. But the office of the president, folks, I want to draw your attention to this. It's the highest office in the land, the Republic of Liberia. The highest office. I'm going to leave it there because I do not, and I will not. I have never seen, maybe it's me, maybe Eugene Fagon, Dr. Peabody, Santumani George, Dr. Richardson, you guys been around following politics. But I believe you guys have never seen something like this, though. That the president will leave such a great announcement, if it is true, leave his information minister, his press secretary, and go through a surrogate. But Liberia will decide. A lot of folks following us, a lot of folks hearing the information. I will try my best to get in contact with the vice president. I will ask folks closer to the vice president that I can talk to him tomorrow when he's home, that he can speak 1 or 2 minutes on the phone talk and just greet the Liberian people. And the people will decide. I will try my best to do so because it is important. This time with today's the 12th, less than 10 months to go. Everything is politics. But be wise. Be wise how you play your politics. It may elevate you or it may dump you. And what you have heard today, my fellow Liberians, what you have seen today, you'll be the better George because it's politics. May God bless the Spoon Talk. May God bless the panelists. And may God bless our dear Republic of Liberia. Shall we move on? If you have anything else to say, we go around with 30 seconds each. It's 6 o'clock. We'll be going to the phone line. But it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the United States. That will be it's 11 p.m. Liberian time. We'll be finishing the show just after this round. We go to the phone line and we hear from the Liberian people what they heard today. Whose side they believe? President Weah side or the UP Joseph Boakai side? We'll open the phone line. But let me give you guys 30 seconds. Maybe I missed something. Maybe you want to add something. Dr. Richardson, let's start from you first. I'm watching the clock. Just 30 seconds, folks. Nothing too long. We have said enough.
I have nothing to add, honestly.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. The Honorable Fagon.
Well, let me say to President Weah, nice try. And the reason why I say nice try, the attempt to create a distraction from the Western Union, Western cluster, criminal
You're not sending money in Liberia through Western Union. Eh? We caught you today. Go ahead.
They attempt to shift the pressure It's not working. JMB, according to you, is on his way home. He will be going against President Weah. But Edwin Snow said the principal reported to President Weah, and President Weah gave instructions. And against this constitution, the legislature, which is clothed with the authority as enshrined in the Constitution, Article 34D(I) to be specific, such blatant violation of the Constitution, the stealing of our resources, the mortgaging of our mines, all of those things is not going to go away. So tonight, George Weah, as President of the Republic, made an offer to the former Vice President, Joseph Nima Boakai. He placed a condition on it according to KEF. According to KEF, the old man did not accept, so the old man rejected. So President Weah went to KEF and said, announce it. I want to say to President Weah, we hear the announcement. Can we now go back to the $1 billion that is being robbed for our country, where your best friend said you gave instructions for $14 million to be waived and for the people to have a container as office and one Jeep, and it's loading the ship at the Freeport as we speak with $104 million worth of iron ore. Can we, Mr. President, leave the gossip and talk about the robbery that 3 counties are experiencing? Because for me, I summarized it already. We're done. You made an offer to JMB. He rejected it. You told your surrogate to announce it. He announced it. Can we go back to our iron ore that is being stolen and our monies that's been carried? And the fact that Edwin Snow escaped the country under the canopy of going to Abu Dhabi. Okay? Abu Dhabi. Saying he's going for ECOWAS meeting. One thing one old man said to me, he said, Snow gone. You see, Kev showing sign to you 3 minutes.
Yeah, Kev said 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes.
Okay, Snow gone. Snow will come back. Now, Kev keeping time today, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and you laughing with it?
Yeah. No. Kev is right. Kev is right. I'm saying to Kev, I'm watching it. You have gone 3 minutes. Kev is right.
I stopped because I know. So how many minutes? I stopped right here. How many
it was 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds, but you went 3 minutes.
No, okay. That's what we're saying. If you say we went 3 minutes, we start. How many seconds should each panelist use on this program?
It's not a closing because of just we were bringing in.
No, I will not speak again. Because what we want to do, if we go by 1 or 2 minutes, Dr. Francine Tomalin, Peabody, and myself will leave Kev behind. So we want to go with Kev now. Let Kev select how many minutes each person should speak for.
But so you finish now. You're 3 minutes in the book. So,
I don't want past 3 minutes.
But you finish.
He's gone full.
So no, Kev. We interrupted him on the 3 minutes. So it will be 3 minutes. That of Peabody. Please.
Yeah, let me
Dr. Peabody, we are watching the time. You can use any time to anyone if you can finish at 3 minutes.
Let me say this.
You
know, the guy that time trap, that's the old saying, time trap not for right alone. Sickness, there's nobody that is invincible when it comes to sickness. Anybody can get sick. There's nobody that is superhero and think that they are the best and have everything. I think what we witnessed here tonight is a complete mockery. It's a disgrace. It's sad. And that's why we see in this government, you have some people afraid to speak to their own brother and cousin and others because they don't want the higher up to tell them, oh, they saw you with this person and then they're going to fire you from your job. Only because the person is not close to this person or he's close to the person. So we see that a lot. that best friends don't speak because they fear that if somebody see you moving, they'll go and tell the president will stop talking to you. You see this. And it's all because of the tighter toddler that goes on in the ranking. For a president to see a former vice president who's not well and to call somebody and to make mockery of them, thank God they did not receive that money, because it would have even made CNN or Fox and other news around the world that they gave the vice president money to go to the hospital. Thank God they made the right decision. We should be wishing, the last time the finance minister was sick, right on this station, I said nobody talk about him because we want to give the family some privacy. I said it right here. I said I will not talk about it because I want to give the family some privacy. The vice president is sick. We shouldn't be using that as a medium of trying to denigrate him or bring him down. I'm not a member of the Unity Party, but I'm a human being. And I think what we witness here today is a complete disgrace to the presidency. It's shame and despicable. Very, very shameful to the presidency. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Peabody. Kev, you come in now. Do your 3 minutes, Kev, and Sintumana will take us home on this. Then we'll go to the phone line.
But what somebody get told before Kev?
Oh, no.
Open for all of us?
No. Kev will do his 3 minutes. Tumani will take us.
Yeah, but Kev spoke before all of us. They
No.
somebody going back to Kev again.
No, Kev was closing that round. If I go, you are closing that round. This is a new round we are on. Kev, please.
Leave it, somebody leave it.
You see,
I mean, you guys are four. The man that only one person here, but y'all be considerate.
You see, sometimes some of
When
these
they
things.
offer, I'm a sedition. When they offer,
Can I?
But let me just talk about, please, man.
You know what? Funny, CEO. For people to sometimes, because of the biasness, this change. We have a first round, and you stated that I'll make up the last, finish that round, and you say you're going to give extra 30 minutes before the line. They might gone somewhere. They might gone. But let me say this. Let me start with this again. Maybe my brother Fago and get it because he keep misrepresenting me. The government made an offer. They accepted the offer. They did not deny the offer. They accepted the offer. They took it. They say, yeah, we want it. But we'll tell you, you don't talk it. You don't tell the people. The government say no. The government said, no, we have to let them know. We have to let the people know. That's where the problem is right now. So the government said, no, we'll let the people know. Because all funds are budgeted. So the people got to know if they're going to use their people money. So the people got to know. Because tomorrow, when they're doing something, money comes from there. They say, oh, we'll take our money, we'll give it for JMB. People say that lie. If I go be the first person who say that lie, Summit 80. So that's the government should be praised for that. And let me say this to you. When the president of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, made an offer to take the former president for medical treatment, the news broke it. Not Bill. They talk about it. It was Valentine Strasser came and announced it and said, yes, he came in and announced it, yes, they did that. He was honest to say, the news broke it. The news talk about it. It was all over. But sometimes it's a shame to see people sometimes speak like Liberia is just an island. They don't know what's happening around the neighbors. It happened in every country. And Fagan was telling me when I talk about my man, don't say my man, don't say that, my man. Yeah, just so you give me 3 minutes.
Everybody have your 3 minutes, man.
3 minute video. Yeah,
No.
10.
But 3 minutes. Faga was reminding me. Faga was trying to dispute that Joe Biden. We'll have tape. Barack talking about it. There's tape there. So Faga, I can send you the tape, or we can play the tape. It there. It happened. They spoke about it. It's not something you don't hide those things. I think that it's a shame to see the JMB side, But you know what? I'm gonna give JMB the excuse. Like his surrogate there, who know nothing happening there. They're talking. Those people are talking. They know nothing are happening. It's not the first time. I
hate to do this, brother. Your 3 minutes is up, bro.
It's better about 5 minutes.
I hate to do this.
Yeah, but
let's bring it to Mother Josh.
I should get more minutes because all the guys are like choir. See you. They're like choir.
Go to the CDC network. You will get all the minutes.
As a choir. But listen, this is still. Let's be serious. Now, my last word. Let's be serious. JMB know I'm speaking the truth. And who there that spoke with the government know I'm speaking the truth. And see what we'll talk about this scene. They know.
You don't put me in your tamata. You ever say when I talk behind the scene? Because I know, let me say this, but anyway, let me wait for somebody Josh. Let me take your time, right?
They know a damn thing.
Come on. It's too many times to speak.
Okay. Yes. The first thing, let me clarify this. The Joe Biden incident. When Biden said he wanted to sell his home, President Obama said, Joe, you have to do it with our personal money to help you.
He offered to help. I was waiting for him.
So do not interrupt the man. Don't interrupt the man.
Biden offered his personal money, not the government, the US government money.
You see some of that thing. Don't offer the man.
Kev, and I'm putting in the chat room. I'll give you all the evidence in the chat room. You see it, so don't pretend you seen it.
Now, please proceed.
You make my case.
Don't misinform the people yet. Secondly, what Kev just said too, you people got to respond strongly. Kev, you are putting the president of the Republic of Liberia integrity on the line to say the president of Liberia told you that he made an offer to the Biden team, to the White Guys team, and they said that, oh no, they said we'll make it public. Then they said no, don't make it public.
Yes, they accepted.
Don't interrupt the brother, please.
What's going to happen? And I can assure you, when it comes to the people who know how to do propaganda, the UP people, they master it. Y'all get ready because you people will go after y'all, will respond to y'all, and will be targeting the president. He's on the ballot. That's why I said, considering that you are in help, sometimes it's not good to bring it, except where you're trying to play politics and to come and to denigrate the former VP, so you to bring it here. But I know you people will respond appropriately. We're not in UP, we're not a spokesperson, but I know they respond to it because the president of Liberia, you put his credibility on the line. Like trying to say what they are saying now, the president lied. So you call the president a liar is a problem. So what you did just now. Moreover, we're in election year. You gotta be very mindful. And I told you guys recently, it will get nasty, it will get dirty, it will get sting. It will be this year. In the next 9 months will be bad. It's just starting. But be prepared. Like I told you, behind the scene.
Remember. Stop sharing. Remember.
This is your first election that brand for election coming get involved directly. Get ready.
Tommy, don't call it.
You'll be fiery. So get ready.
But Kev, let him finish.
Tommy,
don't let him finish.
Okay,
guys, we gotta go.
Let me end my last minute. So here's the point. That's my point. My point is.
We gotta
go.
The UP.
So why you allowing Kev to consistently interrupt this man?
If the UP,
it's okay. Kev is the little brother on the show that got no protection.
It's the man.
It's okay.
The man who the president of Liberia spoke to from the camp, and who the foreign minister spoke to from the camp. You demand whoever that female or male, then be revealed to Liberian people. You should demand it because the presidency is on the line. The president is on the line. So,
too many, Josh. Thank you. But let me say this, and Rufus, please get ready to come on the show. We're about to open the phone line. Let me say this seriously. I will advise. Let's leave this with the Liberian folks. The UP surrogate will run and defend Joseph Yima Boakai. Those that believe and trust in me, I will say, number one, Kev Hassan, I think you are in error. But I trust you when you say the president told me to. And I spoke to the president. That I trust. But the information,
I believe it too.
I don't believe that the Joseph Yima Boakai, former vice president, anyone from his inner circle, the party, Unity Party, receive any call, text messages, anything from whatsoever information.
You don't put that troll.
Let me finish now. Let me finish.
Don't put that troll.
I protected you for the last 2 years. I about to disown you, but let me finish back.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I will say to you, Santumane George, I don't think UP should even waste the time coming out and going to give everybody. Hey, guys, can I turn that?
Like you can't make it fun. You kept laughing.
Santumane George, Georgie, Santumane. I believe. Kev, can I finish? I beg you, Kev. Kev, Tumani, don't fall for that. Tumani, don't fall for it. I beg you. Leave the man alone. I've been protecting the man almost 2 years. I'm about to disown him pretty soon. I beg you, my man, please. But let me say this. I do not think, and I do not believe, anyone from UP should even elevate this thing about Kev. The vice president on his way home. The vice president is well, preparing for the trip to the United States. They are sending all this information to us. The man is coming to raise money for Unity Party. The man is coming to engage these folks here in the United States. The vice president can kick soccer ball and play a 90-minute match. Why somebody playing with paper is Fagon going through his constitutional document? Why would anyone even listen to Kev to know it's politics? It's political season, folks. It's politics. This is the, listen, UP can do what they want to do, though. But this is politics 101 from the CDC playbook. But thank God today, this other politics, the Fora Isa, the Wese Wasa. And again, it backfire on CDC. I hope they get elevated. Kev, you should have consulted Eugene Fagon when you receive that information. And who have been better to spin it another way. Let me finish, my brother. Let me finish. Kev, let me finish. Kev, let me finish. Kev, let me finish. But at the end of the day, Kev, on the show you can't lie, but you're my friend, my dear friend, and my brother. I will say the one you lie, Isao. But let's go to the phone line. Kev, we're finished with you now. We're fine. No, don't tell me this. No, guys, no. Let somebody mute Kev. 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 I'm begging you. We're done. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say to my brother Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon, you were training your disciples, but I think you train him the wrong way.
That is subject he fair.
Oh, he fair the propaganda subject.
Now he didn't fair small, he fair big.
But let me say this. Let's bring in Rufus Divine Cannon.
If I bring proof, I bring a bunch of proof, you want to challenge me?
Proof.
Yeah, let me say this to you.
Gossip. You bring in no proof.
Go to the phone line. I think let me say this to you. Again, Fago, we gotta go to the phone line. We gotta go to the phone line. Kevin, we gotta go to the phone line. Let me meet all of you. Don't put me in your tomato. Don't say I know what you know.
I don't want
again, at the end of the day, we'll be speaking to the Liberian people. My fellow Liberian, please, you have the time to call in. You have the time to just tell on this issue. Was President George Manneh, we are right to say what he said through Kev Hassan? Did they offer anything? Did they speak to folks from UP? And how does this make you feel, Liberians? Even if, let me go back to Emma Square. Something will offer. But the president, we are right to announce it. I just want you to hear me out tonight before you go to the phone line. You'll be saying nothing whatsoever. The president didn't talk to anyone. It would have been better, though, if the president of the United States, or even those that are running, political leaders, Mr. Cummings, Tewan Gonglo, I want to hear that they called JMB and say, we're calling to wish you well. I just wanted to hear that, not to say anything else. It would have been better to say the president of the Republic of Liberia called JMB and wish him well, instead of what we just heard. What's the decent set of politics here? The ambassador honor the weather for you to say, oh yeah, the president reached out, Tewan Gonglo reached out, Mr. Cummings reached out, wishing him well, but we hear that the president, the number one man in the country, but we offer the man, and they say we're going to do a secret, and now you have turned to gossip. My fellow Liberian, please, you have your say. Rufus, I know the line is voicing. Go ahead, take course.
The numbers to call are 0777-771075, 0555-101075. Call and be precise. Hello.
Good morning. Good evening.
Anything you say, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Joe. I'm calling from District 6, Yerewie.
Let us hear you.
Thank you very much for the show this evening. You know, it is interesting, but one thing I want to tell Ostentons and the panelists, keep Kev on the show always. You know, Kev is exposing the indecency of this government. So I am very happy that Kev should be me on the show, and we will be happy to see Kev exposing the government weakness when it comes to leadership. Because no good government, no government of integrity will communicate with somebody who is not part of them. And I think this is what other people say, that Kev is being paid by this government. Thousands of dollars, they are using our resources to pay Kev. So let Kev remain on the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name?
This is Joseph Balai, Secretary General of the Council of Facebook and member of the Unity Party National Campaign Communication Team.
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. First of all, I have to say very clearly that Kev is on the show tonight is a blatant lie. It's a misrepresentation of the truth. It represents the indecency of the CDC in the lowest at which the presidents of our country have come. We were in this country as a single watch. So President want to make a play for the United States where where we just his family in the spirit of national unity and with decency and with the value for which our party is dependent upon. That we're supposed to celebrate those who celebrate and get sad with those who are sad. What happened to the show tonight demonstrates the pettiness of the presidency on Mr. Weah and the insensitivity of the national unity that the cause for the time. It represents the shameful past of the Liberian society. Some people wish we have come over a long way to undo as a society. That statement does not only represent him as Kev Hassan. It represents that we have talked about the presidency. It represents what the CDC thinks about Liberians who oppose the government. It represents the view of a tolerant family of people who do not see political contest as a democratic metaphor, but it means to divide the rest of the Nigerian society. It represents who we are. It represents the men who have fought Matarazzi over in the so-called opponent over a contestation of the Rand letter. So tonight, what is happening is a shame, is the lowest. I mean, the Nigerian president has come since the post-war society. The Nigerian people should not take this seriously. It's a blatant lie. It's a weird, and Bastos and Buakai have not had any conversation about any form of money, and they are not anyone. The Nigerian public should be very sure of that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening, Divine.
Yes, sir. Your name and you join us from where?
And good evening to Stanton Waterspoon. My name is Uncle JK, and I call you from Chicken Soup Factory tonight.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, it is not surprise to some of us who follow this show religiously to listen to Kev Hassan spewing out those lies against the former vice president. But here is it. Who will even believe that what Kev Hassan is saying is true? The first time when it happens about the health of the former vice president, it was only between the president and the former vice president. But sadly, it came to the public. Even every Mervyn Snow was also attached to what happened, what transpired between the former vice president and the president. So in my mind, and in the minds of people who are critically thinking, we even suggest that the former vice president, even those that in the circle of the former vice president will even think about taking, something from the president, taking something from President Weah. It will just be in their imagination. But what I want to say here and to say to the public, former vice president that I know is healthy, is upbeat to ensure that President Weah is served one term. And that's the reason why he will be leaving this country very shortly to the United States of America to go and lobby, because they are saying that the Unity Party is broke. The Unity Party does not have resources. And the former vice president knows very well that this country, we have people with good interest for this country who wants to see Liberia develop. That's the reason why he will be going. And thankfully, and I'm of the conviction that he will speak to the class reloaded publicly to tell the Liberian people that he's in good health, and the Liberian people will listen to him, and he will give them the faith. So what Kev Hassan is doing is not a surprise. But let me conclude on this note, that President Weah will continue to expose himself on a day-to-day basis. Why will you have the information ministry and you have key permanent people within the government, but you will not give that information to them, but rather to give it to Kev Hassan? Kev Hassan, keep doing your work, and the Liberian people are watching. Thank you so very kindly.
0777-771075 0555-101075 are the numbers to call. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening to the Spoon family.
Let's hear you. What's your name?
My name is Michael Williams, and I join you from Queensway tonight. You see, for Kev, this is what always we say this on the platform. Some of us we religiously listen to this station to really better our lives. This is what Stanton brought this. Stanton, keeping Kev always in this station and keep exposing this government is okay. I think that for some of us who are against you before, take Kev on the platform. I mean, for me, the way you're doing that is okay. Because I keep exposing the government weakness, then keep spilling out lies. Because if you can look at the former vice president, and then when the president have a conversation, and you coming out, the president did not come out to say, but you on this platform, looking at a statement, so you coming to discuss about your health. I mean, it's so saddening for people like Kev to come out to be saying all the lies. You always doing it. Who don't know you? Calling this country who Kev Hassan is. So continue what you're doing. Thank God you for Sierra Leone. You soon go Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is David Y. Maniva, and I call you from District 3. let me say thanks to everyone, the Spoon FM family. You know, Kev, let me just remind you of something. Maybe you have forgotten. You can remember when your son was sick and you sat on our same platform, you started crying, and almost everyone that called that night, they were in solidarity with you. Everybody tried to comfort you. Have you forgotten? God allowed your son to survive because he wanted his kingdom, or he wants his kingdom to be praised. God gives that second chance to you so you can know him as a true God. Now, JNB is not the only person who is sick. There are so many sick people around. So to play fool of him, to make fun of his health, don't forget, you're praying to get old. Don't forget, with all the good medical facilities you got over there in the States, you sat down over there crying whole day for your son. And God helped, he came through. Now, today you are here playing fun of somebody else in the health. Don't forget, when God gets ready to lose his anger on you, the rest will be history. Thank you, Kev. Keep on doing your work. President Weir, you keep on doing it. But JNB that I know will never and ever accept anything of shots from George Weir and his entire crooks. Thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
What's your name?
This is Porto, call from Boga Nation.
You have to be audible.
Porto, call from Boga Nation.
Let's hear you.
Okay, first of all, I want to tell the Julius Akaron that among you people and also the wounded soldier, which is Eugene Fagon, who always go against the president. Let him continue to go against the president with our cause. I in the book of Psalm 35 verse 1. Let him continue. And you people know that this man, this Joseph Baga man, is an old man, is a patient, that even has strength. Look at, you're not even talking about, we're not even sure the main part of the election year, the man want to move from in your hand. Your point is let it run in late. Now what making to be doing good at all. Now when we reach the main election, what will happen? You don't want to say that all Liberian people, they bring their body to be president, or what you want to be. So we don't want to hear that thing. You don't want to blame Kel Hassan. Thank you.
077771075 055101075 are the numbers. Hello. Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. Thank you. I'm Paul S. Rogers. I'm calling from Bannersville District 11. Oh, let me appreciate our CEO and the rest of the panelists. To Kev Hassan, you know, it is not cringe. I always telling people that Kev Hassan, all of the seditions, they are hard to be convinced on anything and they are easy to get confused. So Kev Hassan just showing to us that everything I'm saying that sedition hard to get convinced and easy to be confused. This is why Kev Hassan always putting on the show. It is not cringe. If it was someone from another party or it was someone who supporting another party, then it could have been cringe to me. But Kev Hassan, for every time I listen to you, I know surely you have the blood of CDC in you. Continue. But nevertheless, Honorable Joseph Yima Baga is still alive. We are praying for good health. He will remain in good health. You people have killed him. This is the second time you're trying to say evil things about him. Even after the senatorial election in Lopa County, you people say he was sick, he was not well. And all of your journalists from EFBC, when they were calling them to give information, all of them said they are not seeing the man after the voting process. Later, we heard that our standard bearer, he was strong in good health. So for every time you say, I know God just add longer or years to his years he has. So we want to keep warning Kev Hassan, continue exposing how weak this government is. We know they lack information when it comes to disseminating information. So it is not strange. Since you are the new legend who reigning in this country, continue exposing President Weah. Thank you for the time.
Rufa, I got started.
7710775. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, George, Chief Sintomalin George, thank you so much for putting me on. This is Roland Pogba from Providence, Rhode Island. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on live. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So, I think the hard work that all of you guys are putting into this, I think is going to help the larger discussion in Liberia. However, the irony I see here, you folks are advocates on Spoon and other platforms. And you people have advocated for fair play, fairness, proper management of state funds and all of that. But I heard someone say the money that should have been used for the vice president's illness, if he had accepted it, is budgeted. Can someone please, on this platform, tell me the budget line that said when the vice president gets sick, we'll send him abroad, and that's a budgeted item? Please, that's my question.
Rufus, I get called. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, first of all, my name is Augustus P. Flomo, and I want to thank the CEO for unblocking me. I will be on the show regularly now. You see, all these guys talking about Kev Hassan is wishing the Pape death, he's teasing the Pape, and Joe Waga is saying Kev will get on to his song gossip. I think these guys are watching a completely different show. Because Kev Hassan did not make fun of the Pape. All Kev Hassan is saying is that the president offered and the people refuse. Kev Hassan says, do you want me to show the real evidence? Everybody is refusing. Everybody on the show, including CEO, is refusing for Kev to show the real evidence. Why don't you guys agree for Kev to show the real evidence? Kev says, do you want to show the evidence? He said, no. Let the man show us the evidence. So if you think Kev Hassan made fun of the vice president as a lie, you are watching a different show. Kev Hassan the president offer and refused it. That's why he said.
Pape Flomo, hold on. Pape Flomo, don't leave. Don't you leave. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute, Pape Flomo. Kev Hassan, can you show us your evidence?
Kev Hassan said he got the evidence. He told
Hold on, Pape Flomo, hold on. Pape Flomo, hold on. You asked a good question. Kev Hassan, can you please? Because Kev, let me finish with the question. Pape Flomo is on the line. Pape Flomo said we should wait. Then you reveal your evidence. You show the Liberian people your evidence. Mr. Kev Ahmed Hassan from Bowman County now resides in Maryland, United States of America. Can you please show the Liberian folks your evidence, please?
What I said to you, I said, I dare the UP folks to go after me or after if they want me to show that the direct line from JMB 18 to the government, I dare them. So I'm telling you now, you push them. I dare the
so,
people.
But that's why you said fire. You said I don't see the evidence.
Pape, Augustus Pape Flomo. Hold on. Augustus Pape Flomo on the phone. Is he on?
Yes, I'm on.
That's what I say. I say I dare them.
Pape Flomo. Kev, can I talk to Augusta Pape Flomo? And welcome back, Pape Flomo. Kev Hassan has just changed what he said.
I never said
so.
No.
So
you said it. He saw me dream ahead of it.
Can you
show the evidence?
Pape Flomo that you didn't say it?
Let me tell you this. I think you're fighting hard.
No. It's not your fighting hard. I beg you, Kefiko. I am going by what the quarter. I'm going by what the quarter just said. Me, I know you didn't say it, but the caller came back and said they heard you. But listen, let's be fair. The caller came back and he said, but Kev, listen now. Listen, Kev. The caller came back and said that he heard you saying it. So I want to give him the chance for you to tell him that's not what you meant. So Augusta Pape Flomo, it's always good to have you since you're watching, you're following us. Kev just said that's not what he said. He meant it the other way. For UP people to push him, and he will reveal and show evidence. So is that clear, Augusta Pape Flomo?
If Kev said he didn't say that, then maybe I misheard him. But I thought I heard Kev saying, CO, do you want me to show the evidence? And you were talking over Kev to, quiet him down so that he can show the evidence. I mean, Kev, we were not with feeling, we're going to talk about the Kev said,
listen, I said, Brother Flomo, I said, I dare the UP people. I said, CO, don't push them. I dare them. That the UP people are there.
All right, so let's take more calls, guys. Thank you, Augusta Pape Flomo.
Is there a special number for people to call it from the United States? Because people in the U.S. do have the right to talk, but they don't have any number. I think we need to consider that, CEO.
So, Honorable Fagon, we got a phone for the U.S. people. We took the phone and gave it to Tumani George, and he dropped it in the ocean. So that's the mistake. Folks, forgive us. We're going to get a new phone tomorrow. You are right, Fagon. We were trying to find out who are going to keep this phone. We gave it to Tumani George. I don't know what the brother was doing. He went on a boat ride, and he dropped the phone in the ocean. So we have no phone right now. So
I was able to keep that phone. I'll take it.
I'm not going to keep it.
So the first time they're calling your phone, they're bringing it, they're calling you like you on call.
No, it will be a special phone. It'll be one of these quick.
I beg you. There will be, 24/7 the phone ringing.
The phone was ringing continuously. So I think because of that, Tumani threw it in the ocean when he went on his boat ride.
No, maybe we can tell the people in America the only time you can call is when the show is on. We do a voicemail. If you're reaching this number before 6 o'clock in the US,
we try. It's not easy, brother. I beg you. Rufus, let's take more calls. We'll have a phone tomorrow. I got phone over here. I'm gonna give one of the cell phone to the station. I'm not gonna keep it though. Somebody gotta keep it. Maybe we'll send it to Kev.
Everybody laughing because you just need to say, I think President we are is in era the bell just continue up.
Nah, seriously, my phone is going off like crazy. My phone is going off, and I'm not.
My phone is going off too
because I'm working on my phone.
But see, on the serious note, people should understand. I'm not. Let me respond to some of the callers. Them
they coming Kev town.
All right, let's do Kev. Kev, you respond, Kev. Let's take 5 more calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they finish, I can talk. Let people talk.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rufus.
0777 77 1075 0555 101075 are the numbers to call. 5 callers only. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Timothy Smith calling from District 10 Orogator.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
I want to say something to Kev on the show today. Our people have a parable. They said that you can't just say, when you're dressed only too much, you can bring death in the city. And I want to announce to everybody, Joseph Nima Bwaka is safe and sound. And we did not bring people that believe that this country is, we need to save for our nation and make a right decision 2023. Our people are listening to Spoon, and we are saving this video. We are watching it. We will not be confused because everything that happens in the country we are monitoring. Today, that Kev Hassan is on the Spoon tour telling us that about Joseph Nima Bwaka where every snow carry money in the last time, and the whole world knew about it. And he was showing Joseph Nima Bwaka test on a Spoon tour that he will carry money to Bwaka, and they were accepted for him. We know it's a bad lie, but we are listening. 2023 is coming. Our nation is bleeding right now. Kev Hassan, you know, tell the president what's wrong with the 3 missing boy. What's wrong with the Princess Cooper? What's wrong with the hardship that people are working? They cannot pay. School open right now. Our kids are not in school. Civil are making fun of that. You are the thing. You know, tell President George we are that when people need the protection. But today, if you will put the blame, you are going to mock out of Joseph Nima Bwaka. But tomorrow to the ballot box will make that decision.
That's why we are telling our people that this country, we the Liberian voters in the country, we have the right to make a decision for our children. We cannot be voting for people that do not have interest for us. There are issues on ground that we need to discuss. There are issues on ground that is right now not going to just issue, my people. Ken Hassan tell President, we are our nation are tell with a just nation. They get one of the just that when you take it today, you want jump for 10 floor all the way down. They are our children taking it, they are vomiting everything from the God. There are children that go on the street right now. I think, yeah, talking. We are in our community, we are security for ourselves. We are not safe in our country. That's why we tell me we the vote we should make the right decision beyond that local first. But we are watching the show. We make that decision when we replace President we have with Joseph Nima Baka. No matter what you see about him, he is Sekou, he is old. We will make a decision because we don't trust the leadership. President, we are as done on us. Our country is bleeding, but we the vote of our people. We'll go from village to village. Our Timothy Sonny Boss Smith, our people, decision that you're making.
Thank you.
Our children should have opportunity. Chimo Bucket. We tell people in Chimo Bucket, our children need to have access to the dining room. They need to have everything for themselves. Because our lawmakers that are making 15,000, our senators that are putting in the house, they are in our interest. But 2023. We'll make that job as a 110 president. Just check your record. All his record at 110, and we'll prove it to you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
What's your name?
My name is Isaac Slomo.
Let's hear you.
And there is talk, right?
Yes, let's hear you.
Okay, my name is Isaac, and I call from Dubu. Let me speak to Kev. I think what Kev need to be thinking on. I listened to one of your sister radio station yesterday. And, there is a prophecy from one prophet. I think that should concern Kev, where the prophet prophesied that there will be one that will lead this country to this coming election. I think that should worry Kev. Because in the prophecy, they said that the president will be ill on his top and the left. So that should worry him instead of worrying about Joseph Boakai, that the Liberian people have resolved to elect. So I think that should be the concern of Kev Hassan. Thank you.
Good evening, the third quarter.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, what's your name?
Steven Momo calling from CPC Factory.
Steven, let's hear you.
So let me tell you, Kev is not wrong. Even though the United Party were there for 12 good years, they don't do nothing for us. So today when they come in all teaching about this, we get the laughing at them. Nothing Joseph Boakai get to offer all again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's go to the
fourth
caller.
Somebody, Rufus.
Hello?
Oh, go ahead.
Hello?
You the fourth caller. What's your name?
Yeah, it's Jerry calling for Bannersville.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, you see, we all should be tolerant with one another's view on the media. Because what I see unfolding on this phone show is like, when it comes to this government, people are pushing that the whole government should be on the power and the Joseph Boakai and whatsoever should come to power. And it's wrong. The reality on the ground here is that the old man has been sick. This is not the first time or the second time. Nobody wish one to get sick or to die. But when something happens and we try to understand and pray that the old man gets well, and these things are happening, and people pushing politics into it, I see it bad, and people keep hitting Kev. Every day, Kev is the only one on the show. Every day, Spoon sits on that show, and he allows people to always push Kev. He pushed Kev. And it is wrong for him to be on the show and try to push his view. The Unity Party folks, even here in Liberia, they are very intolerant. When you discuss an issue with them, they want to kill you. And that's how they behave here. So Kev is saying something. Why he said It is a view, and that's something that he said he understood from the president. And you go up, you cannot. It is not lie. That's the truth. But the United Party folks does not want to accept it, and they will never accept it because why? It has happened before when he did the pacemaker. It was the very president, and this time around, it is the same president trying to fight for him because he's a statement, and it must happen. Under George Weah Wash, he will never sit here and allow president, former vice president, to be sick, and he will not allow the government to sponsor a trip out of this country. But the one making it appear, I think, to see George Weah is a kind of president who does not care, but he always cares for whosoever, whether from the lower level to the upper level, he cares for everyone, and he will continue to do that. And that's what I like about him. And he will be the next president come 2023. Thank you.
Generally, you got a caller,
Yeah,
so we should take the last.
Former CDC chairman, I don't know whether he former or still CDC, he on the phone. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. All right. This is Julius Bantu. As a speaker, I'm still a seditious, but I suspended my membership. But I want to speak to the issue that is being discussed. What Kev is doing is actually wrong. Politics should be about policy and issue-based. Policy that will impact the life of the people. It's not about going personal. Everybody can get sick. All of us are going with certain things in our body we don't know of. It is wrong. But again, I don't blame Kev. I blame Weah. And the reason is very simple. This is a president who silenced everybody that struggled with him. Where were Kev 2005? Where were Kev 2011, November 7, when he was shooting us at the party headquarters? Seditious that struggle with the party, some of us use our own money.
You bring a personal issue to me.
2017.
You bring a personal issue to me.
Hello?
Hurry up.
Yes, if we were destined by President Weah, we will not allow him to be doing those kind of things that he's doing. Former VP has served this country. It is the right of the government to take care of him. It shouldn't be Margaret. It is wrong. And this is the second time for this to come from President Weah. And this is why most of us seditious today are laying by and thinking about campaigning and voting against him. We are divided Liberians so much than uniting us. It is wrong. It is wrong. As a former chairman of CDC USA Rhode Island chapter, I'm speaking with disappointment. This is not the president that I supported for 12 years. It is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Okay, let's get our very last caller from this side. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
What's your name?
This is Sam Joseph calling from Conway.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for this unique topic today. You know, when I hear this thing that going on concern former vice president, I feel that hearted. But the only advice I get for the owner of this station, if anything concerns the F, when anything information out like that, the head of the station is supposed to look for different topic to bring, because most of us.
You want to be program, huh?
I think we should be closing now. The phone call over.
Yeah, but hold on, guys. Good day. Move first. Good day. We are not hearing the caller. What's going on with Rufus? Rufus, why are you calling?
Rufus is off. I don't know. I think Rufus left by himself.
Why did he leave? He was just speaking.
The call was true.
I thought so. The last call.
Hold on, Dr. Peabody, please. He was still speaking, Rufus. Did you call him out?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Guys, let's just wrap this thing up. Let's wrap it up. I do believe that once that information came from the president, we should have given, and we did, the audience, the Liberian folks, the chance to see through and speak. And here we are, wonderful Thursday. I want to appreciate every one of you, especially Dr. Richardson, who is in Liberia, for joining us every night. She joins us. We appreciate you, Dr. Richardson. Let's do our closing. Dr. Peabody, you want to go first?
Well, it's another action-packed show tonight. Again, let me wish the former Vice President a speedy recovery. Wish him all the best. Wish him God's blessing on him and his family as they gave him all the support that he may need. Let me say that what we witnessed tonight was a complete mockery of the presidency of our country. I don't think helping somebody should be something that people should rejoice about, make fun of, especially when they are in their difficult times, especially health concern. Sickness, it's one that not any one of us can really avoid when it comes. We may have it when we're young, or may not, or the older we get, the more health issue or the more health concerns we have. But helping a man who has served our country for more than 40 years shouldn't be made. The president has his office. He has press secretary. He has aides. If he wanted to reveal something, it should have come from one of his aides, one of his communication team. But sending it out there as a gossip and something, I think it's wrong. It's wrong. I think they owe an apology to the president. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. He served our country, and he must be treated with dignity. But revealing it to somebody to come and just say it, it's totally wrong. I hope the president didn't say it. I hope not. I hope he did not. But if he said it, then gossip should not be at that level. Gossip should not go to the lowest level, I'm going to say. It went low. It went very, very low. I'm going to say that. The gossip went too low. It's not something that should have gone to that level. And it was bad, and it's bad for our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richard, Dr. Peabody. Thank you a lot. We appreciate it. Kafiko? Ahmed. Salam alaikum.
Malaikum salam, my brother. Peace be
Go
unto
ahead.
you. Peace be unto you. You know, there's no way I will make fun out of JMB Health. I think it's not right. I wish him all the best. Matter of fact, I stated on the show that I did pray for him. But you know, when somebody don't have defense, they try to twist your word in order to just kind of twist the people's mind. And whenever you twist the people's mind, it's called evil. That's evil. That's what evil people do. You don't twist the minds of the people. For me to come on the show and speak the truth and people get upset, I think it's okay because you choose your side. You choose your side. But don't twist my word. Say it like the way I said it. They accept it. They want it to be a hush hush. Say the way call me, call my name. Go on another show. People out there say it. Go on Facebook. I said it. I said it. And because the story is true. Even the Unity Party people say, oh, okay, 12 brother went and talked to the person. They try to fix it in another way. They say, okay, 12 brother went and talked, but he refused it. So what I mean? So something happened. Something happened. But we got to face the truth. It's not the first time. It's not a first time the president helped the vice president. That's a good thing. We should be celebrating. I thought we should be celebrating that and say, oh, that's good for the president, because every government should help their former leaders, because you could be former leader tomorrow. It's a good thing. How can a good thing become bad in some people's ears? It's sickening. You know, sometimes when you hear things, oh, because it's coming from me. Because it's coming from me. But folks on the platform, break news. They broke news on the platform. Oh, you're not coming from them because what they say is true. Tommy George broke news several times on this platform. Fagon did the other day, because it's for me, a poor boy. You know, one thing I love this president, he don't choose and pick human being. He treats all of us equal. Tommy Color come, instead of speak to the issue, he attacking me personally. What Kev 12 years ago, 2005. My man, keep your jealousy to yourself. You own a business there. I know you. I know what you're doing. And to be frank, I don't give a damn. But what I'm saying is that I will never make fun of somebody else. JMB is a statement. I think every government should take care of the former and president, vice president. That's how it happened in different countries. Those kind of things with the social media break this kind of news in different countries. People see their leaders as good thing. Go on the Sierra Leonean side, you see the praising the leader because social media broke the news. It there. Go to the Gambia. Go to other places.
So let's go, Kev. It's just a closing. We're not starting over, Kev. Let's go.
For people to come on this platform and act like it's a bad thing, I think it just. But hey, when you choose your side, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to say Joe, we are and government help. They don't want to hear all these things. You build hospital, they say bad. You build road, they say bad. You do everything is bad. Everything is bad. Even the weather, if it rains like you're so hard at Joe, we are fault. Everything like Joe, we are fault. But the thing is, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I take my hat off to this president. I salute him for not saying you are on the other side. Government cannot help you. Salute you, Mr. President. I take my hat off to you. And that's why you continue to be in the heart of the Liberian people and win this election.
Fagon, can you go ahead, please?
From 6:57 to 7:04, that was Kev time. So that's 7 minutes.
Fagon, can you go ahead, please?
But you know, when Kev said, when Valentine Strasser was being held, it was the news that broke the story. But Kev forget that he's not the news. He's not a journalist. He's the president's friend. And he and the president was gossiping about Joseph Boakai. And they brought it to the public. It's a gossip. It was a conversation between both of them. Now, the president is not here to say whether he was the one that told Kev or not. I hope you're taking note of my time at 7:05. Now, because when I go over one thing over and over, the guy who said Psalm 35 verse 1, I said, contend with me, O Lord, and contend with those who fight against me. I'm a politician. And you say I'm a wounded soldier. That's the worst soldier you want to encounter, a wounded soldier. Right now, I'm in the barracks. I've not left the CDC barracks. And anybody mess up there, I will discipline them, I will take them out. And what happened tonight was complete nonsense. But like what Julius Banto said, where was Kev in 2005? Where was he in 2011 when we were being shot at? In 2017, when we were killing ourselves, where was Kev? But Kev is now a sedition. It doesn't matter where was he. The fact that he's here now, we must help him understand what we're going through. Because when the special elections came, we were flogged. And Kev doesn't understand why. When the by-election came, we were disgraced. And Kev cannot comprehend why. When the midterm election came, we did not even bother to put people there because we feared disgrace and annihilation. And truthfully, we were politically annihilated by the opposition. That's 3 defeats. And some of us who know why we were defeated, part of what happened tonight is the reason why we were defeated. Politics is like a marketplace you go to sell. Kev, if you and Samuel Twe keep pissing people off, but how they will vote against you, let me repeat it. You and Twe, you're hard to understand. Your feet are joke. I thought you learned from the special election, the by-election, and the midterm election. But look like you and Twe, you're politically dull. You can't learn. That politics is like a marketplace you go to sell. You don't go to hide people's feelings. They'll walk away from you. But it was a good strategy of deception tonight. So we cannot, y'all wonder for us not to talk about the NPP breaking news. It was the same gentleman who called me to listen. Say, go listen. And you know why I listened to today? NPP people fought. When I say fought, politically, and the whole thing ended in confusion. Because Abraham Mazale broke the news that the president said not appointing anybody until after election. Kev, if you ask me to get you says yes, you will appoint me. And you don't appoint me, you only got 1 more year. You still say you will not appoint me. Should I get you 6 more years? Everybody left today disappointed. The NPP people are on their way. 2, the Western Cluster D. Martin Colley is involved. The International Justice Commission is involved. Global Witness is now involved. And your man Snow is on the run. It's a big corruption scandal, and the government knows that. This distraction will not work. 3, there is news coming out about the arms that were found in the port. What a briefing y'all get on there now. You sat on the platform, you point out your finger. What's the latest briefing on the arms that were confiscated, the cache of arms? You and 12. You didn't see Nathaniel McGill arrive today? What happened? You people have gone, some of you have gone to the president and said it is McGill who's trying to undermine the coming together of the CPP. I mean, the CDC. But today, McGill went out to NPP headquarters that the vice president was there. That Maggie was there to tell NPP people not to join George Weah? Or the message they got today made them to chocolate the meeting? McGill said this president, look at what you saw today. And let's enter in here closing tell me that that was not a presidential crowd. But y'all tried today to bring gossip so we can lead the NPP breaking news. No, you will put it back up, oh. That's my time. You will put it back up. You will put it back up. Or you don't want people to know that President Weah accepted that gossip.
What are you saying?
You need to speak to Maggie right now. You don't want people to know that one?
What are you talking about?
Gossip, but why you bring the other gossip? Why you didn't bring the other gossip?
Fagon, who are you talking to?
Eh?
Who are you talking to?
The CDC people.
Oh.
Now my own people. They don't carry gossip again. But I get message for seditions. The last straw that y'all will play with through the petty gossip that y'all can carry around. That McGill. Because McGill is the only sedition that is linked to all 15 counties and can draw votes from all 15 counties. I can go to a Tito Barabo. And I can look at Twe. Samuel D. Twe is the most hated man in our country. He has said no. If you say Allah, ask him. So, to carry gossip to the president, what y'all saw today should be a warning to y'all. Y'all lead a gossip business. I will end by saying this. NPP saga, that news. Western Cluster saga, that news. Because Edmisco linked the president to this whole corruption saga with Western Cluster. And there was a breaking news, maybe Stentor will talk about it, that he was hired by Western Cluster to do what he has done. He will come to defend himself. The arms and ammunition, the news coming out from there now that is not favorable. Maggie arrival should have been a news against the gossipers. But let me say this and gone 30 seconds. Kev, politics is a marketplace. You either shouting, buy your farm pony, or you either shouting, I'm selling ratting pony. They should not have come on this platform tonight. And even if you wanted to bring it, you should not have mentioned the president. There are mature people in Liberia, older people in Liberia. And when they hear the kind of things, they don't like it. Maybe the young people like Papi Flomo, they like it. But anybody your age, Kev, don't like to hear that kind of thing. It was not good tonight, and it's not good for our politics and for the party. President Weah can stick with most of you who praise him. I will not praise him. I will call it like it is. And last, Mr. CEO, Kev, you always say you're not your son. Kev, the day I take my son, pray to God you on my son. Liberians, you hear me. The day I take my son, pray to God that you are on my son. If you say Allah, go ask Eugene Nangbe, Ledger Hureni, Patrick Honor, Henry Costa. Go put a group together and ask them about Eugene Fagon. Before I say a political midget like you, my disciple, who are trained, you come here against your teacher. Don't let them fool you. You come against your teacher, I'll fail you again. And in my own family, so need that story. I'm Pixar. So every day you go to bed, say, Father God, please help my leader, the man who brought me to the CDC, to please put me on his side. I don't want to encounter him. Because when I encounter him, Father God, I know what he can do. And you know what I can do. And the only thing I'm doing, CEO, is trying to tell citizens that we're not going the right way. Stop. We're not going the right way. I did it during the special election. Hear me, oh.
You're not going 8 minutes back. Let's go home back.
Okay,
well, 10 minutes already.
During the special election, they did not listen to me. I did it during the midterm, they did not listen to me. I did it during the
That you and your party, worry about. Let's go home back.
You're not listening. You keep doing your foolishness.
That you and your party worry about, man.
And that's it.
Somebody, please close, my man. Let's go home.
Satomi, George, take us home.
We're talking. See, careful, feature.
Well, man, I gotta go to the gym.
Anyways, I'll start with this, right? I'll start with this. To this date, we have 9 months, 271 days, and little what 38 weeks to go for the election. And what happened today? Look, we all on this platform. We got friends in the government. We talk to the people in the government. Okay, but there are some conversation. Even the things that you must say, you will be your own. You'll say, look, say I won't say it. But you don't think. Look ahead of the future. Look to the future. You know, yeah. The president, he talked to everybody here. He sent message, you talk on phone and thing. But certain things you will talk to him. Even he say, what you can say, you judge and say, no, I don't want to say this. I want to review this. So I'll just say, conversation between you and the president, especially when you're not a member of the government, you're not the official member of the government. I would just advise my own friend advice to you. You say, look, I'll keep it on private. They want to, they will put it out. But what happened today ain't look good for the president. If the people looking at voters, you're taking votes for him because today everybody is in with the former vice president. Everybody is saying it because don't forget there was a past experience where the president helped the former vice president, and then when the former vice president attacked, the president went on and decided to throw jab at him, and you heard what happened. So certain things you will not just say. But if you're doing for politics business, maybe it has a backfire. But again, I will say this: by before Sunday or so, we'll get to find out what's happening in the country. Everything. Only God knows what happened behind the scene. We wish the former vice president the best of health, and we pray that.
But what you said before Sunday?
Because I know for the next few hours from now, I know by the time we leave the show, our phones will be busy. We'll get call from people in the government, people in the VP orbit. The president orbit will start calling and talk. Everybody giving their own version, and we'll know what's happening. People are working. Some of on the show, people been texting your phone. You've been on a lot of calls. I know you get a lot of information that you don't give you. Same with everybody. Everybody gets their information, and at the neck, we'll compare notes. We'll know where we are. So the things will come in. I mean, we everyone happening. So let God play his own way. Everything happened, but certain things we will just do, So we'll be very careful. So I would pray that we take it that way. But let me finish now. Okay.
How do you feel, man?
You finish now. So now the thing is this now. You see today what happened and today. Because see if I can say, everybody, we talk about MPP problem, we talk Western cluster, we just because of the one thing. It's the issue about our leaders' health is important. It's very important. We'll discuss everybody.
Talk about your health here, man.
Yeah, important because we won't rule the country, but we should be very, very mindful how we discuss it, and we should be very, very respectful to it. Now, another thing is that the vice president. Look, I don't know whether the retirement package. It should be inclusive. Should have there where better health benefits there should be inclusive. But I don't know how they negotiate it. It shouldn't be like the vice president is begging. No, if one president they're begging. All lawmakers that got retirement package, I heard that each of them get $800 every month. Those are retired now, get $800 a month. So it should be inclusive, and it should not be like secret thing and so forth.
And the vice president was there with the past.
Let him finish. Kev, let him finish. I beg you. We gotta go. Let the brother finish, please.
So when Kev bringing you from the president of our country to the Liberian people, it becomes scary because people will feel that the president that Kev want to hear advisor. So is it Kev advising the president too? They start taking other one because these are sensitive news they bring in from the president. For the president discussion with you to the Liberian people. That's why I say certain should be private because people say, Kev can they tell the president anything the president will do it to who knows? That's what the people are thinking in our mindset. So they'll be very, very careful because and today Joe Braga may have earned some points today. If anything, he earned points because people are saying now that the former vice president they see him as someone who they look at So I'm telling you, so the handle was different. So and then last
night, but I beg you, let me finish back. I beg you.
Yeah, just on a little note, I need your prayers. My little sister, she broke her legs multiple times in Houston, and I want you to pray for her. She was playing for her daughter, and she broke her leg multiple times, her left, and I really impressed with her. I know how it can hurt. Just keep my sister in prayer. Ophelia George Campbell, keep her in prayer. You know, but on the rest of the day, guys, we gotta go. Election is over. Coming to the point. This year will be a tough year. Watch what will happen. And I repeat, big news will happen in the next few days, next few weeks, month. Watch what will happen. Thank you.
Guys, we want to say thank you for joining us. As always, we appreciate your time on Spoon Talk. I will say to you, just come on. Jose Yima Boakai is well. He's fine. He's in good health. His mind is intact. His body and soul remain strong. I would say to you, man, Kev, folks, you know when Donald Trump was in office, St. Morning Josh, he had this one person on Fox News, Sean Hannity, right? That he would send some very classified, sensitive information to him when Donald Trump was in office. And this guy with GOP used to be going crazy. But why Donald Trump using this guy? Why Donald Trump sending information? It's the same pathway. Forgive Kev Hassan. Listen, the president have the information minister, his press secretary, and everybody around him, his chief of staff, his protocol, all of them. Why Kev Hassan? I'm not going to worry about it because you know why? The president believe Spoon Talk can reach beyond. I stand on the word of Spoon. Do not believe that anyone, with the information I'm getting, if you want my sincere opinion, anyone was reached to negotiate on behalf of Jose Yima Boakai team or the Unity Party to transport Jose Yima Boakai out of the country. It's all politics. It's all politics. It is why it is. It's election season. These things will happen. It's all politics. You give them lemon, they will make lemonade out of it. Just imagine, they just ask, can we reach out to the vice president? They say no, then they say, oh, we're going to run with this information. You know it's politics. Jose Yima Boakai is well, though. He was under the weather, folks. He's well. He's fine. Jose Yima Boakai is well. I understand you have to worry. I understand you got to be concerned. But Jose Yima Boakai is well. So we just want to say to every one of you, it's okay. Kev will be Kev. It's political season. These things happen. But on election day, the people will decide. Thank God no one called to insult. Everybody just expressed themselves. But I know, I believe that we all wish the old man well, and he's on his way home. I want to hear President George Barnett, we have reached out to him, wishing him well. I want to hear President George Barnett, we have called him. Oh, the president called him, though, called the former vice president, they spoke. That's a good thing. I thought I was going to hear today that Tewan Gonglo, Arizona Cummings, reached out and wished the former vice president well. I was expecting those things. Not to say we tried to give him money to get out of the country, but he said, let Harley. Those are politics. A beautiful show. To each his own. We'll be back again. Folks talk about NPP. It was rough today. I hope we can discuss it more. they talk about something new coming up from Western Cluster. I don't know whether this information is true, that somebody was hired to bring back Western Cluster. They pay them. They talk about everything that is happening. But Liberians, be careful of this kind of politics because it's election season. Be careful of this kind of politics. They will run, they will spin it. Trust me, if you have an opportunity like this, they will do the same. Because it's political season. There's no perfect politics. If you think that they have perfect politicians, there will be none. Donald Trump looked at Ted Cruz and said his father, his wife is like this, his father did this. Look at Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham and put his cell phone number out. After the election, they all came around. It's political season. Let's chill. Let's have a good conversation. But you know what you know. You know where your heart leading you. You know exactly what you know. You know the strength of Joseph Yeman Boakai. You know the mind of Joseph Yeman Boakai. You have a wonderful evening. Again, want to say thanks to Dr. Richardson, Dr. P. Valley, St. Thomas George, Eugene Lamin Fagon, the Honorable Kev Ahmed Hassan. Want to say thanks to every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same station, Spawn FM, Spawn TV, Fabric FM, Fabric TV, Super FM, Super TV. Till we meet again, let God be with you, yeah? Good night.
In Union Council says the show, we've got above our rights to prove we over or prevail. With hands and hands, our country.